Hey everybody, welcome to the Redmen TV. It's Watchalong time. Everton versus Liverpool. It's the Merseyside derby kicking off in about 11 and a half minutes time. Steve, we're on double Steve duty for this one. Steve Hoare and our newest signing, deadline day arrival, Steve Plunkett here in the studio. Our other deadline day arrival, Dan Club, is out there on the socials as well, so make sure you interact with those. Speaking of socials, if you're watching this on Twitter right now, click the link, come and join us over on YouTube, get involved in the show. We'd love to have you with us. Speaking of having people with us, then Steve Geordie in the YouTube chat just called us Steve Squared. I can get along with that. It's a Steve watch along. It is. It's Steve. How are you feeling? Derby belly?
No, you know what? I said to you before we came on there, I was nervous, but what he's done with that team, 8 to 10, those nerves into a little bit of excitement. I really want to see this, so I'm all right at the minute.
I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you. Like I say, it's certainly, it's very rare that we get something from a Jurgen Klopp lineup that is completely out the normal. Usually it's the odd change here or a bit of rest and rotation, and then you get to a big game and you just know what the team is going to be. Like this is, I think the Carvalho one's the one that shocked everybody. Really, I think the general consensus was everyone's presumed it would be James Milner, maybe even Curtis Jones. He isn't even on the bench at the moment, but it does feel like, doesn't it, that Carvalho one's the one where it's tipped a solid, cagey defensive team into a team that's going for blood and going to attack Everton.
Well, 5 attacking players. When did we last see that? 5 attacking players with a 6 marshalling the 2 young lads who will be out to sort of earn their stripes and have good games today and outdo each other because they're friends. But you're right, we try and second guess Klopp's teams and we always get the 10 out the 11 right, and there's always a curveball. This is the curveball of curveballs. We never saw this coming, did we?
No, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. As James Pearce said there on Twitter, it's a really bold attacking lineup from Klopp. I thought he might have opted for Milner as well for experience, but instead he's handed the first Liverpool start to Fabio Carvalho, a 19 and a 20-year-old in a really attacking midfield three. And yeah, I think James is echoing all our sentiments there for sure. Welcome, by the way, to our newest club member, Mark Daniel Caldwell. Your name is in the chat there, right, mate? Thank you very much for joining us as a YouTube member. So YouTube members get one of our paid subscription shows a month. You also get Discord. You also get emojis and badges and all that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, you also get to interact with some of the shows post game as well. So yeah, thanks very much for joining us, Mark. Really do appreciate it. I'm going to have to, I say that. Kid, sorry, apologise. Carvalho will be right up for it. That's the thing, isn't it? With youth becomes naivety. With youth becomes experience. He is not arsed. He's up for this. He scored a goal in his last 2 games. He's just scored a winner. He scored a goal that will be remembered for a long, long time, regardless of whatever happens. Now it's a late goal against Newcastle. He will be feeling on top of the world right now, that young kid.
And they don't fear anyone, do they? That's the thing. You look at Harvey Elliott. He doesn't care who he's playing against. He's that lack of fear is really important, and it's really important in a game like this where experienced players, the occasion can get to them. These young lads don't feel like that. They just want to go and play football and express themselves, and those 2 have got the capacity to do good things today.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm just checking in our Club Legends Discord chat. Welcome to all the legends. So yeah, Redmen Club subscribers, if you're one of our Discord members, get in there as well, get us involved in the show. I love Idad. Wow, he did it. He's gone with form and with the kids. And I suppose, I might be wrong, let me know in the Discord. He's probably also referring there to Costas, because there's been I think there's been a few questions raised about Andy Robertson. I actually think there's been questions raised about Trent, but we haven't really got a second option there. But yeah, he's gone with Costas, the hot hand potentially, and like I say, the 2 young kids. And then obviously we'll speak about the big fella up front in a minute. But what did you make of the simulcast for Robertson change?
I'm not sort of on the Andy Robertson bashing agenda at all, Steve, but no. I do think we've run his blood to water in the season when we had all the injuries. He was the constant. He was the most senior defender in the team often. You do need to take him out every now and then and give him a break. It's good to have some competition. What this will do you remember when we were talking about last time, an ankle injury? Costas started, and I think he came on as a sub in the derby and he looked like $1 million. And then he went on a 20-game run where his form was exceptional. It's not like he's got bad form, but we've got 2 left-backs that would play in any team.
Looks like he needed the rest, didn't he? So maybe my guess is Robbo goes and Marshall as part of a senior backline in Naples in a couple of days' time, which again, Jurgen has got the Champions League. Obviously, the return of the Champions League, there's something we haven't spoken about too much in this, but it's so compacted into the middle of the season. Obviously, they've basically been the League Cup off now for about 10 weeks, but they've replaced that with Champions League games. Now, usually, if it's a League Cup midweek, that's when your big guns can get a rest. So it's a bit more spaced out. They can't get that now because it's 6 Champions League games, before November, pretty much November, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it is going to be relentless. There's not going to be those midweek opportunities to just play the kids against Derby County when we get to that point. We're not going to get there. So that's another part of this rest and rotation policy. Like, he's now, if Jürgen's looking at Naples, he hasn't started Robbo, he hasn't started Matip, he hasn't started Milner, he hasn't started Bobby Firmino. There's already a few changes he can look to make while he gets there. That all has to be balanced out as well as just trying to win the derby.
I think we're playing 44% of our games prior to the World Cup, which is insane. Yeah. So yeah, rotation and refreshing players is really key. Napoli away is a difficult fixture, always has been for us. It's a common fixture for us too. It would be interesting to see what he does there. The thing is with the kids will play football every day of the week if you let them. So they're fresh and they don't have the same sort of historical fatigue as the more experienced players. So yeah, I think there is one eye on that. I totally agree with you. Robbo comes back for that, Matip comes back for that, Milner plays in that game, and then it's even Bobby and Jota could play in that game as well. So it's an interesting set of permutations for the midweek game.
Yeah, absolutely. Liverpool are starting to get players back, like you say. There's a few more injuries. Let's speak about Jota then. We'll very quickly, we'll have a quick break. Jota being back on the bench is a huge bonus. I don't know how much footy he's got in him now, but if it's in a similar situation to the last couple of games where it's tight with 10 to go, he isn't the worst option to bag yourself a goal. He is probably behind Mo Salah. I think he's Liverpool's best finisher. Him and Salah are up there now as the two, since obviously Sadio's left, but like, he is the typical marksman. It's amazing to have the option to call upon him and Bobby now. We've gone from having 3-4 attackers to having 5 available. Jürgen said it's like Christmas, but the return of Jota, not just for today, just going forward, is a huge bonus for Liverpool.
Well, absolutely, and we had a goal down the other day and we looked to our subs bench and he's bringing James Milner on. Not to knock James Milner, the change bringing James Milner on certainly helps. Excuse me, but now we're going to look to the bench and say, right, we need a goal. We've got deep into the game, we want to win this. Looking at Diogo Jota as an attacking option is better than looking at James Milner as a team structure option. So, like he says, like Christmas, 5 attackers, he's got loads of options, loads of permutations to go with. And you're right, probably hasn't had any game. He hasn't had any game time. Don't know how much he's trained, but he has instinct. He's an instinctive guy who gets into positions to score goals. So if we need him today with 15 minutes to go, I'm not worried by that.
Yeah, fingers crossed. It isn't needed in that sense. If he gets on, it's only because Jürgen wants to give him a rather than Liverpool are chasing something or desperate to get something. Right then, the teams are about to make their way onto Goodison Park pitch, or we're going to take a quick break. While we're in this ad break, if you're watching along now in the live chat or you're in the Discord, because it's a mad kick-off time, it's 12:30 here. Let me know where you're watching in the world and what time is it as well. And give us a score prediction. So we're going to ask for 3 things: where you are, what time it is, and what score it is. We'll be right back with the live watch-along of the Merseyside derby right after this quick break.
Redmen Plus is here and we're ready to be your partners in what will be an unbelievable journey following Jürgen's mighty Reds.
We'll be there with you, side by side, shoulder to shoulder, through the good times and through the bad.
Be with us at Anfield.
Be with us at stadiums across England.
And be with us at stadiums across Europe too. Whether you're in Australia, America, Ireland, Scandinavia, or even down the road, it doesn't matter.
We can take you from wherever you're based straight to the heart of the action.
We'll cover Liverpool from every possible angle,
with tons of amazing shows, documentaries, features, interviews and more, both in video and podcast form.
So you can be a part of the action, a part of the discussion,
a part of the celebrations,
a part of this journey,
together with us.
Join us today. Subscribe now at redmenplus.com. Let's do this together.
Together. Together.
together.
Together.
Hey, yeah, welcome back. Redmen Plus, there you go. That's our subscription service. If you want even more Liverpool content in video and podcast forms, like, for example, the Instant Match Reaction that we'll be filming after this, the In The Ground podcast, we have got boots on the ground at Goodison as well, so the guys will be recording from there. Want to get involved from as little as £5 a month. We worked it out in August. If you'd signed up to Redmen Plus on the £5 subscription, you'd have paid just 10 pence for every show. Never been a better time to come and join us. Liverpool are playing, as Steve mentioned before the break, 8 billion games in the next couple of weeks. The value for money you're going to get is going to be absolutely superb. So yeah, come and get involved. Right then, I did ask you where you're watching, what scores and all that kind of stuff, what time it is. Go to the Discord first. Abe, it's 6:26 in Minneapolis, and I'm ready for the Reds to smash them with a boring 2-0 full of shithousery. Don't mind that one. Joe's in Southampton, so I can gather what time it is there. And it's 4-0 to the Reds, says Joe. And then going over to YouTube, I'll just read these ones out, so you don't have to bring these ones up. We've got Oz Dave, it's 9:30 in Australia, and he loves it. Yeah, the Aussies are getting a favourable kick-off time for once you guys go through the mill supporting the Reds, I know that, so shout out to all you wonderful people. We've got Brian, who's watching at 1:30 in Spain. Charlton List, I'm in London, 3-0. Ian, it's 7:30 in the morning in Toronto as well. Yeah, shout out to you. We also, if we got in here very, very quickly as the game is starting soon. We've got Jason in Cape Town going for a 2-0. Ads in Pittsburgh at 7:30 going for a 1-0. Right then, we've got a couple of super chats as well. Thank you very much, guys, for supporting the channel with your super chats. I'm going to have to read this name out now. Hyro Inzam. I apologise so much if that's wrong, my mate. With the super chat, said, good luck and all the best, lads. Come on, you Reds, 5-0. I'm up for that one. The man formerly known as LFCJ, one of our members. Afternoon, Redmen. Let's get at it today. You're going to have Walk Alone and with you. I don't really call it, what we call you now, former LFCJ. Who else have we got? Someone there, Bjorn. Oh no, it's Jermaine Janus on the commentary on BT. Well, you know what to do. Press mute. You do not need to get him in. Mute it. I've just had a message actually I said about boots on the ground. Chris just messaged me live from the stadium saying there's issues, and they're not actually allowed in the stadium at the moment. Don't know what's happened there. Loads of issues. There's loads of us not getting in here, so yeah. It looks like the Liverpool fans are having a bit of trouble getting into the stadium, which obviously is far from ideal. We'll keep tabs on that one, see how it pans out. Right then, it looks like we're about to get underway at Goodison Park for the Merseyside derby. Harvey Elliott is going to take the kick-off, and there we go, we're underway for the derby. Everton versus Liverpool. We'll get a song on the go. Bit of a lay. While I'm doing that, do us a favour, guys. Give the video a thumbs up, get those likes up. There's over 1,500 of you currently watching it, 283 likes. So get those likes in nice and early. And Steve, first watch along, let's go, man.
Let's go. Come on, the Reds. Up the Reds.
Here we go then. Everton take a long throw in that Liverpool have easily dealt with. Ball's going to go long, trying to free Diaz. Cleared by the Goodison Park defenders. Straight into the stands. Anthony Taylor says, the man formerly known as LFCJ. We know how this one's going to go. Yeah, he's not the best ref, is he? Scott Hawks, thanks for your super chat too, $25. You're a legend. It's 4:30 in the morning, but that lineup is like a mug of coffee. Here's hoping Carvey and Fabio terrorise them. Thanks, Scott. And yeah, I'm with you, my mate. Let's hope that is the case. Liverpool are... What's happening down there?
Throw into Everton.
Yeah, there's loads.
There's the fans who can't
get in the
BT
Sport are showing what's happening outside the ground. There's loads of Liverpool fans still not in the stadium. Don't know what's happening there. I know our lads are part of that. Which is, I don't know, again, I can't tell you exactly what's happened. I've got a message saying they can't get in, but yeah, it's strange that the game's kicked off with all those people still outside, I suppose, there as well.
Yeah. Again, it's TV scheduling, isn't it? So I'm sure they'll sort that out, but it's not ideal. For the lads
being late getting in the
ground,
not ideal.
Outside.
Shout over.
Trent into Harvey, good turn away.
Yeah, Paul. I know Chris is in that group. I don't know what Paul is. But anyway, here we go again. Like I say, I'm seeing people saying about the clock. Yeah, sync yourselves up to our clock, guys, and that way our commentary will match yours. I know we're all watching in different parts of the world, so that's the best way to do it. As Liverpool try and play out from the right with Mo Salah. Ball in towards Darwin Núñez. It's cleared by James Tarkowski for a throw into Liverpool. Just on 18-yard level with the 18-yard box on the right-hand side. That Trent is going to take. He will take it indeed. Who's he going to go for? He's going down the line looking for Big Darwin. Flicked away, and it's a corner for Liverpool. That wasn't a cheap way to buy a corner, wasn't it? It was almost like that's what they were trying there, Steve.
Didn't have many options there, and well played, good corner. So let's see if we've been very good from set pieces, haven't we, in the last 12 months or so. So this would be a good time to carry that on.
Trent over the corner.
Harvey's positioning is really interesting. Have you seen where he's been taking up his position?
Pulls him up, trying to pull
one
the
out
defender
for the
out.
Short, doesn't it? Yeah.
Because Harvey's not winning many battles in the air, so he just gets rid of the defender, doesn't he? Right then, Trent Alexander-Arnold, early corner for Liverpool. Núñez, Fabinho, Van Dijk, all up in there. Who can Trent pick out? It's bouncing on the edge of the box. It's a shot from distance. It's blocked. Liverpool are going to try and pick up the pieces with Carvalho. He did keep it in, but it was good defending over on the right-hand side by Patterson to clear it. But it looked like Liverpool could have got... No one really got the first contact. The shot from the edge of the box, Steve, was it Carvalho? I couldn't see quite who it was.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
But,
he scuffed it, didn't he? So
it scuffed one.
It was being closed down, to be fair.
Hitchin Baz says, with the 449 super chat, thanks very much, Baz, says, such an attacking line-up, I'm worried given our recent run of letting them score first. I hope I'm wrong, no. Yeah, it looks like Jürgen's going to fight fire with fire.
Yeah. You can't concede goals when the opposition don't have the ball, can you?
Yeah, true. There we go then. Down the right-hand side, Mo Salah takes it past Anthony Gordon with ease, runs inside. Oh, he was looking to find Nunes but couldn't. And Everton are going to counter with a long ball forward for Neil Maupay to chase. We're going to see that a lot, aren't we? That's their out ball.
It's everybody's out ball, isn't it? But yeah, we will see that today.
It's just to put, and he does that. That's what he's famed for. He's not the most prolific goal scorer, but he like hustles and harries. He's a bit like a B-Tech there, Kaut.
Yeah, do you know, he's got a bit of edge about him as well. Yeah. Lever-footed as well.
Cout's well better than him, but in terms of that style of play, he runs and runs and runs. Just not a prolific goal scorer. Liverpool looking to counter on the left-hand side. Kostas Tsimikas fires it into Diaz. He loses out on Everton with Liverpool won it back. Brilliant. Excellent play. Frees Luis Diaz down the left-hand side, up against Patterson, skips round him. Cross comes in, but easily cleared by Conor Cody, who waves at his teammates to get out in the process. First 4 minutes have pretty much been played in the Everton final third, Steve.
Yeah, good start. Moving the ball really quickly, really well. Not really yet to see too much of Harvey and Carvalho on the ball. It is a bit frenetic as we thought it would be. Everton are working hard to try and deny his space, but it's a decent start. We're doing our thing, which is what we wanted to see.
Yeah, Liverpool knocking the ball around. Everton are trying to press. Liverpool are playing through it well with Fabinho out to Elliott. That was good play by Liverpool to beat the Everton press. Harvey Elliott skips around Anthony Gordon like he wasn't there. Down the line. Oh, good ball by Trent into Salah. Salah wins it. He's back to goal. Unfortunately, Trent's going to cross it and easily clear. But again, Liverpool played round the press much better. We mentioned on the last show, Steve, Fulham and Palace. Sorry, more so Fulham and United. We didn't play round the press. Even Newcastle to an extent the other day. It's good to see we have done it so far.
We're really, really inverted today, which will
help
massively in recycling the ball.
Cross comes in from Elliott. Again, Conor Cody first to it. It's all Liverpool in the opening 5 minutes at Goodison Park. Everton simply can't get out. They go down this time. Liverpool are going to try to attack down the left with Kostas. Nice to see Carvalho in the team linking up with him there. Going to start again with Gomez. I think they're going to go and give this right-hand side a go, are they? Gomez has got to be careful here. He's under pressure. And in the end, he does well to find Mo Salah. Trent goes for a sneaky little flick, didn't quite work off. Liverpool have got some defending to do now. It's Neil Maupay carrying the ball towards Virgil van Dijk. He's got a runner in Onana. Can he find him? He's into the box. Fabinho tracking him. Poor contact from the Everton midfielder, and it just falls harmlessly to Alisson Becker. That's the danger, I suppose. If you're trying those flicks and fancy stuff, Steve, you are going to be counted upon. I actually think Liverpool dealt with that rather well.
Yeah, it's a Klopp mantra to be brave, isn't it? He likes his players to be brave. Slightly better use of the ball there. We could have been in a bit of bother, but we've got the ball again and we rebuild from the back. So, yeah, they're trying to create openings and angles, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah, let's get Mo Salah song on. Like I say, get those like buttons, keep smashing those likes, lads and girls. We're up to 463 likes. So, all you wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people at home, do click the like, help the channel out. As Trent runs inside, but Salah's pass is slightly overhit, and Everton are going to try and play out through Gordon. Has he won a foul in the middle of the park? He has. He's won a free kick, goes down like he often does. I think it was a foul by Fabinho this time. Going to talk us through it.
It looks like, just here it comes now.
Excuse me.
Yeah, he's needed, but the backside there, wasn't he? Interesting, a different one, but it is a foul. He's got in front of him, he's pulling him back.
Like what you do, give someone a dead leg, you just need them in the arse.
Yeah. So it's a tactical foul, shall we call it?
Yeah, stop on the halfway line, slow things down, it makes sense. Everton with the ball at the back, then Conor Cody plays long. He must be offside, surely. No, the linesman keeps his flag down, so cross into the box, right across. There was no really Everton threat in there. Anthony Gordon closes down Trent's clearance. Damari Gray rather, over on that right-hand side.
Trent's
Did he time his run?
Trent's playing.
Yeah, that's lazy by Alexander-Arnold. He would have been offside. Kostas, Van Dijk and Gomez all were in good positions. Trent was a yard back, but ultimately it was him who dealt with it. But that was a poor back line, that really, from Trent. Bit dozy, that.
Yeah, it was. And we know he's languid, but you need to wake up in those situations.
He played them on side. And if you can beat Liverpool's offside tap, you know you're in business. As Liverpool try and play out, Harvey's pass towards Fabinho isn't great. Fab's gone down. Ref says play on. So Liverpool got some defending. There was Gray slips in. It's a shot from Everton. It's right across goal. And Liverpool with Neil Maupay just about get away with that one. It was good link-up play from Everton. It wasn't a great first pass from Harvey Elliott. He gives it straight away in the midfield. Everton through. It's Gray. Isn't it great? Yeah, he looks for
Yeah.
Neil Maupay. Neil Maupay drags it across goal. And if Anthony Gordon gambles on that,
He's in.
He doesn't quite get there. Let's have a look. I think it was a scuffed ball by Maupay. Yeah, Anthony Gordon just on his toes really. Liverpool quite thankful for that one as well, because it would have been pretty much a tap-in for him had he gambled, but he didn't.
That's the not having a proper number 9 situation there, isn't it? Because Gordon's not a 9. If a 9 would read that and go there, wouldn't
Or
he?
even more like a Mo Salah or Sadio Mane. Liverpool got an injury, would he? Yeah. Is it Fabinho who's down?
It is, yeah.
He had a clash in the middle of the park
Let's have a look.
with Tom
Tom
Davies. I think he should winded him. It wasn't a foul. He kind of just collided, like almost like hip onto midsection.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Fab. It doesn't look like a serious one. It looks like he might just have the wind knocked out of his sails there.
I can't remember the last time I got winded, but I can remember how bad it was.
Makes you feel
Not fun,
makes you feel sick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, when I first saw that he was down, it looked obviously unpromising. I'm guessing.
Everyone stayed on the bench, so that's a good thing. Here we go, as a tribute to Olivia.
Yeah, 9th minute, tribute to young Olivia Pratt.
City comes together to pay respects.
Rightly
so too.
Yeah. Right, so all of Goodison stands up and claps, both ends, of course. Horrendous news, and yeah, still Liverpool. The freaking police are still looking for the horrendous person who did that as well. Both sets of fans, there's the Liverpool fans clapping along, and the Goodison faithful as well. Poor Olivia, bless her and her family. Horrendous, absolutely awful. Nice to see that after some of the bad things that happened before the derby. It's nice to see some things are just much bigger and better than football, and that is certainly one of them.
Totally. You know, as you said, states the minority, and unfortunately the minority spoil it for everybody else.
They do.
That was really good to see that.
It was nice, yeah, really. Again, we haven't got the sound on, but it looked like all of Goodison Park was in unison there. As Trent tries to fire one into Nunes. Conor Cody missed that. But Nunes,
I reckon he got a shout off.
That's left it for his goalie, yeah. You're probably right in saying that. I've had a £2 Superchat from Robert, but I don't think there was a message on it, was there? If you try and let us know what your message was, Rob, we'll get that as well, mate. 600 likes are up to 2,500 people watching. That maths doesn't add up as Anthony Gordon carries the ball forward and Maupay's flick is easily cut out by Van Dijk. Surely that's a foul by Michaelenko on Elliott. It is. Liverpool are going to release the pressure with a free kick deep inside their own half. And I'm going to have a glass of water because my throat is croaky.
This is a good opportunity, the free kick for Liverpool. First 5 minutes, Everton have come back into it a little bit. Good opportunity to slow it down again and take the pace out of the game.
Yeah, you're right.
Certainly across the back line anyway.
Yeah, Liverpool 83% possession in the first 11 minutes, but arguably Everton have had the better chance of the game, to be honest. With Neil Maupay's scuffed cross, Anthony Gordon just wasn't quite alive to it.
But that's Everton's game plan, Steve. They would have catered for this. They would have known this was going to happen.
Joe's just messaged me, Joe Navitt, in the Discord. Have you got to stop to watch how long Everton time waits for? They haven't had the ball yet, 2 time waits, so you can't see it. Everton are asking a bit more of the ball now. They're going to try and play down the line with Tom Davies. He's clashed with Costa Simicas, but Everton have kept the ball. So Anthony Taylor's going to let them play on. They're going to try and free Anthony Gordon over on this left-hand side, but he's forced ahead of that, and he's given it straight to Harvey Elliott. Can Liverpool spring a bit of a counter-press, counter-attack? They're going to switch the play to the left through Simicas. But now Everton have got back in numbers, so it's going to be a more slow and steady possession game again. Liverpool dominating the ball.
Patience is key today.
No, you're right, yeah, it is. I've got a little song. Virgil's got the ball as a look up, so we'll play the Virgil song. It's Diaz in midfield as well. He's scrapping with someone. He swings an arm at him there. You've got to be careful doing that. It's a foul's given. Patterson. It was Patterson who had him round the neck. Diaz did fling an arm at him there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah. And then, did you see what? Diaz ran straight into the referee.
Let's have a little look. So Patterson and they've got hold of each other. Diaz kind of says swings to get off me. He's kind of nudged him in the back. There's nothing to that, is there? Yeah, you can't. I think the ref's just saying chill your beans.
See, this is what they should have done with Joachim Anderson and Nunes. Stop as soon as it started. That was really badly officiated, that battle, wasn't it?
Yeah. Luis Diaz needs to be a bit careful there, because if he catches Patterson on the back of the head, he falls over. VAR are involved.
There's a decision to make. Yeah, you're right, Steve.
You've got to be careful there. Anyway, it is a Liverpool free kick in the centre circle, just inside the Everton half, Liverpool are going to play it out, of course, they're not going to go along with it. They've played it wide to Trent. He cuts past Anthony Gordon, not very good defensive duties, but Trent's pass is sloppy, and Tsimikas is forced to retrieve. It was meant to go to Fabinho, and the momentum kind of ended in that attack, so Liverpool are going to build up again. Carvalho into Diaz, down the left-hand side. Kostas overlap, doesn't use it. It's a bit of a poor ball in the end.
Got deflection, I think, as well.
Yeah. Was it Nunes with the ball? Sorry, I thought it was Diaz. Either way, it fell through straight to Jordan Pickford, and he rolls it out. Everton captain for the day, Jordan Pickford. Virgil van Dijk, Liverpool's captain. We know those two have got history.
Yeah.
Wonder how that meeting in the centre of the went before half-time. Before kick-off.
I'd like to think that we've moved on from that now, you know.
Yeah.
Still unpleasant, wasn't it?
Yeah, Virgil will never forget that one, though. Don't think it ever just leaves you, does it?
No.
There'll always be a bit of animosity.
I want to see one of them today, off a header, mate.
Yeah. And then didn't he try and score a free kick in the derby, just the first one he got back?
Yeah,
he was desperate to try and get a goal against him.
Bammed it, mate.
Yeah, it wasn't the best free kick we've ever seen. Everton, long ball, 14 minutes gone, it's gone straight out of play. Joe, can I ask a favour? Can you come and move this wire, mate? Please, sorry. Bit of technical talk there, but basically there's a big wire in front of my TV that I can't shift. Just that one angle of the telly, please, mate. Much obliged. Throw in. Shout out to producer Joe on the buttons, by the way. It isn't just us lot who do the work. We do the easy stuff. It's them lot who do all the hard stuff.
100%.
Shout out to Joe as Liverpool play long towards Diaz. He's got there first. Oh. It was a long ball over the top. And Pickford came out. Diaz just gets his head to it, but the way the ball had bounced, he was at the top of his jump stay and he couldn't quite get it under control. Because if he does, he's almost got an open goal.
Yeah, he runs out of room, runs out of runway, doesn't he? Little touch there, can't get to the ball, can't do anything with it. Good to see he's making those runs, not staying on the left flank.
Yeah,
we spoke about this in the build-up game, that we want to see him more central, a la Sadio Mane, and we're seeing a bit of that now, so that's good. What's
Jordan Pickford doing there, by the way, Mike? I mean, that's not the first time that's been said in a derby game, but he was never winning that ball. I suppose maybe pressured Diaz into a header he didn't want to make, but yeah, interesting choice from Liverpool.
Nice
to go long. Yeah, Liverpool going direct again there, and they forced a throw in as James Tarkowski with his 10 bob foot straight out of play.
Foot like a sheriff's badge.
Can go any which way. Everyone's a winner. Throw into Liverpool near the halfway line, and Trent's going to go backwards to Gomez. I'm guessing he's going to go to Ali. He is. Liverpool are going to try and build up from the back. Everton putting half a press on, really. Mopé's going, but nobody else really is. Iwobi's just about getting there now, but yeah, Everton are... Oh, Trent's missed it, that one completely out, and it's gone straight out of play. And then he points at someone else to say, you should have made the run.
Yeah.
Sound that, Trent, but you've kicked it sideways. Speaking of the sheriff's badge. Straight out of play.
What do you make of Trent so far this season, Steve? I think he's been a little bit off colour.
Defensively more. I think offensively, he tries so many passes, he is going to lose the ball sometimes, but I think defensively he hasn't been great. I'm with you. He's under par, which is probably a lot of Liverpool's players, to be honest. Anyway, Darwin Núñez got a chase against Tarkowski. Tarkowski just about does well there, actually. And Everton are going to look to counter down their right-hand side with Gray up against Kostas Tsimikas. Goes past him too easy, he's into the Liverpool box. Fabinho shuts the door, excellent defensive midfielder. And Liverpool have got a counter-attack with Diaz. It's 3 against 4, Everton have got 4 back. Liverpool have got Diaz and Salah. It's a poor ball by Diaz.
That's terrible.
He's gone straight behind Mo Salah, he's going to force all the way backwards. But he's kept it in, so Trent's got room to run into. Keep going, Trent, keep going. Fires it across. Liverpool have invited Kostas forward.
Diaz. Is that Núñez?
That's Núñez. Yeah, Núñez.
Good to see the interchange.
Núñez has found himself in the left position at the moment, and Diaz centre forward. They're going to stay there as Liverpool look to attack Carvalho down the line. Yeah, Núñez is often making himself available on that left-hand side, which is, like you say, interesting. They're going to stay there for now. They haven't swapped back either.
That was a feature of his game at Porto, wasn't it? He did that often.
Well, I remember against Benfica, when we played against Benfica, he was most dangerous going out wide.
Yeah.
Anyway, Liverpool go long switch of play, and Michalenko gets his head on that one. It's a throw in. They were looking for Harvey Elliott.
Bit of control back in the game for Liverpool. Had the ball for the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, you're right.
Gone through a scrappy spell, and we've got the ball back.
There's Harvey Elliott near the corner flag on Liverpool's right-hand side, cuts it back inside. Salah's got a chance to turn, finds Fab, back to Elliott. outside the football, half clear by Everton. Joe Gomez putting the press on to win it back, and he's done really well.
Well done, Joe.
If Trent can keep that in, Liverpool in a good position. He has. Trent's cross, deep back post, header for Núñez. Oh! Just wired. Liverpool's best chance of the game had come. Joe Gomez with the press, wins a ricochet. Trent just about keeps it in, swings a leg at it, stay. Big Darwin Núñez at the back post, it loops. It takes ages to come down. And it's a poor header.
It is.
It goes pretty much directly to his left. He's under
more
pressure
worried
from
about
Patterson.
the defender than the ball. But that's fine. That's an opening, and that's good. Good play by Trent with a good ball in there.
Nice one, nice to see Gomez playing so well. It looked closer on it wasn't a good header by Darwin Núñez, in fairness, at the back post. I think Patterson done well on him, and he's a tall full-back as well. But nice to see Gomez getting involved anyway. We'll come back to it because Everton have got the ball in the Liverpool final third at the moment. Although they are going backwards. It's a nice ball by Iwobi into Davies. He's out wide to Gray. They've got to be careful. There's an overlap. They need to go and cover. They haven't. Ball is blocked. It was nice from Kostas Tsimikas. I think it was Patterson again who got down the byline. His cross was well intercepted by that Joe. I think it was Kostas, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just make sure there was nothing wrong in terms of handballs or nothing. No, it's him on the arse. Although he's got to be careful there because he slid in.
Yeah.
Kostas had his hand right in the air. If it would have hit the hand, the ref's got a decision, but he didn't. It hit him squarely on the backside.
Free kick
for Liverpool. Throw in, silly foul by Everton really. A free kick on the halfway line. Right, do us a favour, guys. I'm going to play a song. Whose song shall I play? There are Jota's on the bench, so he deserves a song back. While I'm doing that, hit the like button. Get those likes up to 1,000. Trent give the ball away. That's a sloppy pass again. Harvey's going to try and chase it. Liverpool do get the press on, and in the end, it was a poor ball by Iwobi and Onana. It was just had to slide to win it, and it's gone for a throw in. Like I say with Trent, that's your point about me language. That was a bit too casual.
Yeah.
Sometimes it looks too easy for him. Like he doesn't have to really put it in for it, and obviously it's Premier League footy. Everything's got to be accurate.
You can have natural ability, Stain. He's got loads of that. But you also have to do the fundamentals right as well.
Yeah.
And at times, I just think he lays back, tries to fizz the ball into someone, or a lazy little pass around the corner. And these young lads, your Elliots, your Salahs, all those guys, they want the ball fizzed into their feet so they can use it, manipulate it, and move off a man. You don't want it chest high with a lazy pass.
Yeah, or just 50-50 where it doesn't need to be. Everton have got a throw in then down the left hand side. He threw it in, Fab's headed it out, and it's come back to another throw in. Fabinho's Mopé's gone down now. Yeah, there's the time waster. What are you on about now? He's putting out his chest to say something's happened. Don't know what quite went on there. Fabinho's just laughing as Mikalenko gets on with the game. Everton going for a big early switch. Kostas has done well to win that. Nice. Everton wants the foul. Always give it.
Give it.
It took a while to give that. Interesting. Anthony Taylor seems taking it out age to make his mind up. It is a foul.
It is a foul, yeah.
He's right. Kostas went through the back of him. I wonder if the fourth official maybe give him a little nudge there, maybe, because it was right in front of him. But Andy Taylor was going to let that go. Damari Gray stayed down.
Yeah, the fourth official's got a better view of that, to be fair.
I wonder if it was the fourth. It was a foul. It was the right decision. It just like Anthony Taylor wasn't going to give it. But it is a free kick that Everton are going to launch into the box. Liverpool are playing that high line like they always do. Here comes the Everton long ball looking towards Tarkowski. Virgil van Dijk gets his head on it. It's going to be a corner for Everton. I thought Trent could have kept that in. Van Dijk saying no chance, like I didn't header it. He did. No communication with him and Núñez there, because Núñez is favourite to win that ball for me there. I wonder if Trent could have kept that in. I don't know. Either way, it's irrelevant now. It's Everton corner. 22 minutes gone. Gray's corner near post. It's gone right across goal. Luis Diaz half clear. Shot by Gordon. Well saved by Alisson Becker. Liverpool are going to try a quick counter on the left with Trent. He's had it thrown to, and can Núñez get that one under control? No. He just couldn't. It was instinctive throw out by Alisson to Trent, but Núñez couldn't quite get the next one under control. It was a decent effort that by Gordon, actually. It's a snapshot, isn't it? Yeah. You know, he knows he's being closed down. See, this is what we spoke about Núñez before.
Gordon's concentrating on the ball, not the defender. So we go back to the header. It was the other way around.
If he he could have found the corner. He was under pressure from Diaz. You're actually hoping as an attacker there for a deflection on that. Just to completely wrong foot the goalie. The fact that it went straight through to Ali made it easier. If that takes, I mean, Anthony Gordon scored a few deflected goals in his Everton career. If that one took to deflection, it's really difficult. But thankfully it went straight through to Ali for a relatively comfortable save for a goalie of his quality. And he's going to have the ball at his feet now as Trent gives it back to him. Man on, Fab's under pressure, so he goes back to Ali. Everton are doing half a little press here, but again, it's ones and twos, not fours and fives. So Liverpool have gone long. Nunes wins his flick on, which is that is something he can do that maybe other players can't.
I think our formation's stopping the 4 and 5 press because we've got two bodies, inverted midfielders. If you lose it, you're in trouble very quickly, aren't you?
Tsimikas has clashed with Anthony Gordon over on the left hand side, halfway line. Gordon's gone down. He'll do well to not get booked for this. It's a bit of a lazy challenge from Costas. I mean, Gordon's gone down like he's been shot.
The Goodison sniper strikes again.
But it was a free kick. And
it's not booking.
No,
it can't be. He'll get one for the number of fouls rather than...
At some point, totting up, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jürgen gave him it. Jürgen tried to do the calm down.
Chill out. Yeah.
And Graves found himself on the left this time. He's round 1, round 2. Oh, has he gone down under Gomez's challenge? It's a free kick. Another free kick to Everton. No?
No. Well done, referee. Or is it?
Is it not a dive then? If that isn't a foul, why isn't it a dive, Steve? He stands on Gomez's foot. He stands on Gomez's foot. The ref's got that one spot on. It wasn't a foul at all. I don't know if you're going to book him for diving because he did stand on his foot. Maybe that's what he's decided. As Anthony Gordon this time. It's getting a bit heated at Goodison Park as he throws Tsimikas to the floor. Bit of retribution maybe. He's dragging the shit. What's he arguing about there? He's all over him. That was a really good decision by Anthony Taylor.
I agree. We need to see more of that. It's good officiating, and we should have spoken to him, if not booked. He should have booked him because it's simulation, isn't it?
I suppose because he stood on his foot, maybe he's gone. It's not a dive. That's made him lose his battle. He's given the benefit of a doubt. I think it was a dive. Either way, Liverpool have got an attacking free kick on the left hand side. Then he can't be 10 yards away there. Either way, Costas has delivered it into the box. It's Connor Cody first header away. Costas beats Gordon to the ball. It's surely a foul.
It's another free kick.
That wasn't a great challenge again by Gordon.
I have to say, Steve, I love
the
desire.
Is it Costas?
It is, yeah.
He's clipped him right on the hip. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, it's like an elbow to the ribs, that, isn't it?
The desire to win that ball, though. I love that.
Nice from Tsimikas. It's a nudge from Gordon. He knew he wasn't going to win it. They put out the ball. Actually, the ref could have said play on. That's going to be an interesting battle to keep an eye on.
Yeah, he's a bit of a hothead, Gordon, isn't he?
So is Costas.
Yeah.
Got a little bit about him.
With a Mediterranean temper.
Keep an eye on that one as Liverpool with a free kick. Then let's have a little lay. Well, Liverpool in a more central position, this one. This could favour an in-swinger to the back post from Trent. Tsimikas and Alexander-Arnold over this one. Liverpool free kick left-hand side. It's Tsimikas who delivers in, hits the wall, deflects into the shot. My God!
Oh, not enough on it.
Diaz just couldn't quite get there. The deflection took it towards goal. Did he get there? It's a poor free kick from Tsimikas. No, he doesn't get a touch on it. Luis Diaz, it bounces past him. and it went into the hands of Jordan Pickford. Trent's looking to release Nunes down the left-hand side.
Good idea.
Good ball, but Jordan Pickford read it and it's straight into his arms. Everton go long again towards the right. Tsimikas wins his header, which is good to see. Nathan Patson just wellies it into the sky.
Into the stand.
And it's gone out high, wide and handsome throw in.
Thoughts so far, Steve?
Yeah, I think we've been okay. We haven't not enough goal chance really. That's the worrying thing with an attacking line-up as well. We're dominating the ball, but we haven't seen a lot of Carvalho and Elliott. No. Everything's coming through the width. It's interesting that Liverpool picked those two midfielders, but everything's coming from very wide. You thought he might want to play through more. Now Everton have got a 5-man midfield, which may be the reason why Liverpool are trying to go around the sides, but there's room, I think, to do a little bit down the middle as well.
I agree.
It just seems like you're not playing to the strengths of it. But like I say, Everton's look at the line there. They've got 5 across midfield, so Liverpool are going to look for switches again. That's going to go out of play, isn't it? Not a great ball by Gomez and Everton throwing.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, Steve. It's tight in the middle, isn't it? You wonder how long Everton can do that for. It's a very much a concentration thing playing like that, isn't it? You don't know whether they can do it for the whole game, and we've got the right bodies in there, hopefully, to cash in if they don't.
Look where Mo Salah's standing there. Liverpool, it's very narrow, isn't he? As Everton take their throw, Mo Salah's pretty much standing up front.
Yeah, definite change in the way the interchange in the front three, isn't there?
Well, they're getting narrower. They needed to. I think Salah is brilliant. Obviously, he can play anywhere, but he's more effective towards goal. As Everton have got to throw in on the halfway line. Taking the time over it, why would, of course, they're going to look for the big switch, but it's a massive miss it, and Fabio Carvalho was able to header. Thought Onana fouled Diaz, but it wasn't given, so Everton are going to come on and attack down the left-hand side. It's Michalenko into Gordon. Anthony Gordon cuts inside, ball to the back post is overhit. He was looking for Damari Gray. It was a good run by Gray, and it was a good idea by Gordon, but he overhit it. That's the thing with Gordon, is that he likes cutting inside and delivering that ball. So even when the ball's on the other flank, Costas has got to be alive to that, because that's where it's going to be. What have you made of the thing so far, Steve? You asked me, what about yours?
Yeah, I think it's a typical derby. Everton are working really hard to deny his space. We've seen the ball more than them, without really creating anything. As I said before, it's a big concentration thing playing like this for Everton, and we'll see if they can do it. They're making it difficult for us. We knew they would. There's plenty of time left.
Looking for Trent. I think he was offside anyway. Yeah, Michalenko cleared, but Trent would have been in an offside position. Harvey just held on to that a little bit too long. Trent, to be honest, mate, I don't think he was ever onside.
No.
It's lazy by Alexander-Arnold, to be honest. He never got himself back on to time and run.
Do you know exuberance and rallying calls by your manager and your home ground, that runs out at some point? You can't do that for 90 minutes. So
5 subs helps, they've done it. They can make their changes. 947 likes. We nearly at those 1,000. Get those 1,000 likes in. Sooner the better. Get to 1,000, and I'm sure the Reds will score. Hit that like button. Over 3,000 is watching live as Jordan Pickford goes long, aimless really, and Joe Gomez is able to chest that down. Not a great ball back to Alisson Becker, and in the end he's forced to take it on the bounce and just smash it forwards. Last thing you need is your goalie taking that on the bounce. Like, it wasn't a great ball from Gomez. Ali did well with it though, on his right foot.
He did. Came at him like a shot, didn't he?
Everton trying to form an attack down the left with Michalenko. And half a nice ball inside from to Iwobi, but Liverpool get a boot to it. Onana's going to recycle and finds Davies edge of the box, done well. Goes to nutmeg Joe Gomez. Gomez is wise to it. Can Liverpool play out? No foul given on Diaz, so Everton on the attack with Gray on the right hand side. Dangerous to Liverpool. Costas blocks his shot. Hasn't cleared it. It's gone back to Gray. He's going to try and get past Costas again. Can't. So ball edge of the box. Headed clear by Fabinho. Can Liverpool clear it now? No. Carvalho and loses out. Ball into the box again. Gomez has out. A poor clearance by Gomez. It's fell around and Everton hit the post.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus. It looked like a certain goal. And Liverpool get away with one. It was Tom Davies who swung the leg at it. It bounces back off the post. It was scrappy. It was Patterson who wins his first. Ball into the box. Gomez's touch is horrendous. Mopé is challenged by Van Dijk. It falls to Davies on the tear, and Stay got away one there.
Outside of his boot as well, mate. Tried really hard there, didn't he? With that, yeah, we did get away with one there. Key
Gomez,
point there, Steve, is for 30 seconds there, you were saying, can we get out? The answer was no. We kept giving the ball away and he kept recycling, and we have got away with one there.
It was a poor touch by Joe Gomez. He just laid it on a play for Mopé. Luckily, Van Dijk was alive to that, because he would have had a certain goal. Yeah. In the end, it popped to Davies, and it was right. I think he had to swing it first time, and the post just comes to Liverpool's rescue.
It was a good improvisation on the shot, to be fair, to take it. That's all he's got. That's all you can see it now. It's all he's got.
Van Dijk does so well on Mopé. Block. Outside the boot from Davies, Alisson's stranded, and it just bounces back off the post.
Wow.
Oh, it's curving, it was so close. I'm surprised that didn't even go in off the post. Liverpool get away with one. Poor by Joe Gomez. Look, Liverpool just couldn't get out, basically. Lost too many battles. They can get out now. Here goes Trent down the right-hand side. Ball deep into the box for Darwin Núñez at the back post. He's had to kind of half improvise to try and keep that in. But he hasn't done much with it. He's gone down under pressure from Patterson. Ref says no foul. As Núñez clashes with the corner flag. I think he was trying to buy something there.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a strange way to go for the ball. That is a foul, you know.
That's what you say that is, isn't it?
Patterson just smashes him in the back with no foul given. Anyway, throw into Everton deep by their own corner flag that Darwin Núñez just pole danced on. Fucking hell.
Another foul, Fabinho. Pulled down Tom Davis.
Everton are coming back into this one at the moment. The Reds need a bit of a boost. We're past the 1,000 likes, by the way, so 1,100. Thanks so much. Keep pressing that like button as you join us for the show. Everton go long towards Mikalenko. Can he keep that one in? He does. He goes to Meg Trent, but goes straight to Gomez, who's done really well and is fouled. He's persistent foul. You talk about persistent fouls by Simicast. That's one by Gordon. He just threw Joe Gomez on the floor, grabbed hold of his shirt. It's strange. I think Gomez had a good game, except that he just had a brain fart there.
Yeah.
And that's how tight the margins can be.
There's not much in this at the minute, is there? We're not creating whilst we're seeing the ball. We're not creating, are we?
No, I'll go to the stats in a second to show that. Let's bring them up on screen now. Can I? Yeah. 2 shots from Liverpool, none on target. That shows Everton have had 6 shots. That obviously 1 on target, which was Anthony Gordon's, and obviously they've hit the post as well, which doesn't count. So we have plenty of the ball for Liverpool. Familiar story, really, Steve.
Yeah.
A lot of the ball, not quite doing much with it.
Yeah, it is. It's a familiar, and obviously you've got to factor in the fact that Everton are not giving us anything, are they, in the centre of the park, and playing the 2 lads we played in there, that was kind of key. And Trent's not really at the speed of the game at the moment in terms of hitting his men with useful creative passes.
Alisson slowing things down here with this goal kick, probably the right thing to do. Taking a breather.
Oh, totally, yeah. Everton's tails are up after hitting the post. It's always good to take the sting out of that, isn't it?
Plays a short Everton. Yeah, again, not much in terms of a press. Just they're more blocking off passing lanes than pressing. Although when Gomez gets it, they do like pressing Gomez. They don't really press Virgil, which is interesting.
You can't, can you?
No, you just play over here. Costas does really well. Runs inside, gives it to Mo Salah. Salah in the centre circle. Plays it behind Trent. It's a little bit like that, hasn't it? Just not quite ready, yeah. Liverpool.
Has at the moment.
I saw Gray chasing Costas there and he limped off after he'd done it, so we'll keep an eye on that one. He seemed to pull up.
Gray or Costas?
Gray.
Yeah, he's limping in the far side now. He's done his hammy, mate.
He does nothing. He hasn't gone down. As Liverpool play along the midfield, this is probably what we need to actually. With this team we've picked, it is a possession-based team that they're going to have to try and play through Everton a bit, which they're trying to do now. Is Harvey on the turn, so it's Elliott out wide to Salah. Salah cut inside, room for a shot maybe. No, he goes a little dink around the corner, well read. But he's won it back. Give it to Elliott. This is better from Liverpool. Nice from Trent into Carvalho, out of Fabinho, out to Elliott.
Free kick.
Ball into the box. Everton get the first header. Can Liverpool get the second? No, it looked a good ball. It was well defended by Everton. Joe Gomez wins it from Neil. That was a good ball. It was well better from us. We were patient there, Steve.
Yeah. We were patient. I thought he was going to give a free kick there. He was thinking about it. He let play go.
That's a foul,
that's a free kick.
No, we'll play on again. No, he's give it now. We had the ball. Fabio Carvalho goes down. Liverpool had the ball. It was on Arnold. He went for. He's going to book someone as well. He's give him a yellow card as well.
Let's have a look at this.
Everton are furious. 4 or 5 men round. Let's see. It's late. I don't know if that's it. It's late. Is it a yellow there?
He's done him there though, hasn't he? That's why he's done it, because Carvalho's done him.
I mean, Liverpool. I think Liverpool would have rather had the ball than the free kick.
I think that booking's been given because of the amount of silly little fouls we've seen in this game.
Cut it out kind of thing.
Somebody has to...
Everton are all over the referee. They are not happy. Someone's down. It's Carvalho. The challenge, he's still down from it.
Yeah. It's an impact challenge, isn't it? It needs a knee.
In the meantime, I've got a chat from Hitch and Baz, 494, thank you very much. Says we need a spark, the game is starting to go stale, we need a sub early in the second half. I mean, that, the more I look at it, it's not a great challenge from Onana, to be honest. He's caught Carvalho on the thigh, he's still down. Hopefully it was just an impact injury rather than a twist or a pull.
They hurt them ones though, don't they?
Knee on knee.
Yeah. He's only a little fella as well, so I would imagine Klopp in the ear of the fourth official. Not much changes there, does it?
Yeah, in the context of the game, I think he's let similar ones go, but maybe that is his way of trying to nip this in the bud. Maybe he feels like I'm losing control a little bit. It was a deliberate follow through. Tony here, deliberate follow through to foul the man. Yeah, I think you're right. He's not comfortable, Fabio, at the moment.
No, dead leg is the thing you think about, isn't it?
Yeah,
it rose up from the knee.
In the year of Craig Pawson. He's limping off a little dead leg. Hopefully he's okay to continue. We'll keep an eye on that one.
Trent and Costas over the ball. This favours a left footer.
Right then. Free kick to Liverpool, 39 minutes gone. Simicast whips that one in, back towards Fabinho. Everton get the first contact on it with Onana. Everton can't clear though, crossed by Salah. Nunes header over the bar. Never quite looked like that was going down, did it, Steve, really?
No, but you know what's good? The movement's good, the desire to get to the ball is good. It's better than his first effort, that's for sure. Yeah. He's got a lot to do with that, to be fair. He's got to generate the power because the ball's on a downward trajectory when he gets to it. So, yeah, half chance.
Yeah, you're right. Carvalho's back on. He's not all comfortable. Well, no, he's trying to run off. If it is just an impact injury, like I say, a little dead leg or something, you want to just run through it. Knock with the super chat. 5 things. No secret we missed Thiago, but I would argue we missed Canate the most. More vulnerable without him. I don't know about that, really. I'm not sure.
I don't think there's much between the three centre-halves, between Canate, Matip, and Matip is a...
We might miss him as an attacking threat more than a thing.
From set pieces, yeah. Matip carries the ball out, but I think Joe's been good today because defensively he's alert to the runners, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't think Gomes had a bad game so far. We had a shocker. We've seen Canate do those as well. No one's infallible to the odd mistake. As Everton look to attack, nice. Carvalho wins it back from Gordon. Hopefully he's not feeling the effects of that muscle injury as Liverpool on the attack with Elliott. He's charged down by Onana. He's fuming. He thinks that should be an Everton ball. It's not. Linesman right on top of it, gives it to Harvey Elliott. He's been booked and he's just lost that. He looks like he's about to lose his cool. He
needs to calm down, doesn't he? Well,
Robert with the £2 super chat as well says, come on the Reds, 1-0 do today.
100%. Absolutely right, Robert.
Liverpool long ball, long throw that Trent was looking for Salah. And Darwin Núñez is just going to let that one trickle out to play. Get Liverpool further up the pitch. Throw in about 8 on the level of the 18-yard box for Alexander-Arnold. Actually, be further in towards, actually. About 12 yards from the corner flag. Throws it into the feet of Luis Diaz, who's come all the way across to collect it. Can he keep that one in?
Goal kick.
Couldn't quite. It's a goal kick. Yeah, I think he actually did keep it in. It ricocheted off the Everton man back onto Diaz. Yeah.
Out, yeah. Is that a cue for C Senor, Steve?
Go for it. Bobby Firmino's on the screen. Let's get the Bobby Firmino song on. He's gone as he goes out to warm up. Yeah, we haven't really tested Jordan Pickford. That's the thing here, isn't it? It's been a relatively even game. Few chances. Everton had the best chance when at the post. But that came from a bit of poor Liverpool play. But neither team's really created a big opportunity. That one came off again from a poor touch. But that'd be Liverpool's biggest disappointment. With such an attacking team out, they haven't really... Jordan Pickford hasn't had to make a save.
Yeah, that's very true. Again, we've referenced it a couple of times. Those two lines that Everton are given us are pretty rigid, to be fair.
Gomez goes long to Núñez. Núñez chested down. Volley!
Off the bar!
Oh, unlucky from Darwin Núñez. Luis Diaz on the follow-up. Luis Diaz runs round, shoots off the post!
Jesus.
Oh, would you believe it? Liverpool hit the woodwork twice in the matter of 10 seconds.
Oh, no way.
Oh, having just said that you haven't created much, it's unbelievable by Darwin Núñez. His shot cannons off the bar. Then Luis Diaz picks up the scrap, runs inside, and it's the other post.
This is Torres-esque against Blackburn.
He takes a nick as well. Oh, he just saves it.
That's a great save.
Pickford saves it onto the bar. Yeah, he tips. It's a Pickford save onto the bar. It falls to Diaz. He runs round, has his shot, and hits the other post. Oh, twice in the matter of seconds. How's your luck, Liverpool? Not great at all. And it was a good save by Pickford. I didn't see that on the first instance, but it was. He tips onto his own bar. Oh, we just said created nothing out of nowhere. We take two in a matter of 10 seconds, Steve.
Yeah.
All come from one long ball over the top. It was great by Nunes. Torres-esque was how you described it. You were spot on.
Yeah, it was. So unlucky there.
Diaz as well. We've seen him
score
score that goal
one, doesn't he? Yeah, he scored that goal a few times. It's a FIFA goal, innit? It's a finesse.
Got a show from Surab. Thanks very much, Surab, for your super chat. We'll come back to that as a Liverpool attack down the left in a minute. Through Carvalho, looks like he isn't feeling any ill effects, hopefully. No, he is. He's still limping. It says Mo and Trent have been very poor in their decision making so far this season. Both need to be on form if we're to have consistency. I keep hearing the Salah stuff. I think he's been okay. He hasn't been like the best player in the world.
We haven't been the best team in the world, to be fair. Bournemouth aside, the Bournemouth game we scored 9 goals and he doesn't get one. There's good and bad in that. Good in the sense that we don't rely on one man. Bad in the sense that he could have done with a goal.
Yeah.
It's just Mo Salah, isn't he?
Yeah, he'll be fine. Tends to be fine. They're too good not to be. But yeah, that was interesting that all came from one long ball that Nunes done so well to get onto. Liverpool are trying to play direct. They've gone direct again to Alexander-Arnold now into Darwin Núñez's feet, but Tarkowski, I think, no, Cody read that and cleared. Van Dijk with a nice header to find Fabinho. He's going to go out wide to Diaz. Liverpool ending the half on the front foot, just like they started it. Diaz down the line to Simicast. Can he keep it in? Cut back, header behind by Conor Cody. I wonder who Diaz is speaking to there. He's asking someone.
I think he's telling Simicast, give me the ball where I can do a bit more with it.
We'll see this post. So unlucky. We're going back to the reflection. Jordan Pickford was just watching that. How it doesn't bounce in off the inside of the post either is beyond me. Anyway, the Reds have got a corner. Left hand side, out swinger from Simicast. Hand in the air, here it comes. Simicast, ball in high, looping ball towards Van Dijk. Gets his header on it, but second ball is easily cleared by our Everton. And Liverpool got some defending to do. Gordon, it is, isn't it, in a foot race with Elliott. He beats him for pace. Liverpool got to be careful. It's 4-on-4. Gomez goes across. Don't foul him, Joe. Don't need to foul him. Excellent defending by Joe Gomez. Absolutely brilliant. Gordon goes down like he always does. Just gets told to play on, rightly so. And Liverpool can try and spring their own counter with Mo Salah. He's hustled and harried out of it as well, though. And then Mopay just falls on the floor. He keeps doing that. Oh, they're going to play a quick free kick. Okay. I don't think the other players in the Everton team, they're like, don't you know the rules at Everton? We get a free kick, you have to just go long. Neil Mopay hasn't got the memo, but it's worked out. Anthony Gordon's found himself on the right this time. Cross comes in. Gomez heads. That's a better clearance from Joe Gomez.
Yes,
Gets it wide to the left. Everton then 2 minutes of stoppage time. We're on the ball. We've played nearly one of those. Everton some nice footwork around the box and Trent
well
on the
done,
cover.
Trent.
Oh, Mopay would have been in there as well. Good defending by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Sniffed the danger. It was a nice play by Everton, Steve.
Yeah, it was. Nice little around the corner, give and go. Trent's away. Well done, Trent.
Mikalenko then his cross into the box. Can Liverpool get first contact? They can. Simicast finds Núñez's header. He's too slow and Onana takes it off him. Be careful, Darwin.
Nice.
He works back really well to win it back. Give it away, wins it back and clears long. Up to the halfway line. Where Conor Cody collects it. He dallied on it, but he made up for it. I was worried when he was chasing him back, he was going to give a foul away.
Yeah.
But he
did
did
really well there. The clock thing's getting to him already to work. When you lose the ball, win it back.
Right then, just moments of the first half left. There was 2 minutes on the board. We played almost all of those 15 seconds of Everton just passing it around the back here. I don't think they're going to do much with it. They're going to go back to goalie. I think they've got their eyes on half time. Jordan Pickford goes long, and you'll imagine the whistle's about to go. Yeah.
And there it is, half time.
Half time. It is Everton 0, Liverpool 0. Tom Davies with the best chance of the game for Everton hit the post at the outside of the foot chance. Darwin Núñez then has his dip and volley deflected and then saved onto the post by Jordan Pickford. And a matter of seconds later, Luis Diaz it looked like he was going to score the Luis Diaz goal, run inside, curl it into the corner. Just didn't quite get enough of a dip on it, or bend on it rather, and that too cannon back off the post. So yeah, the woodwork's been struck 3 times. Liverpool have had much more of the ball, Steve, but ultimately, in terms of big opportunities, it's like almost on us even, really.
Yeah, I think it's fair to be on us even at half time. They've made it difficult for us, filling the midfield, a line of 4 and then a line of 5, which you referenced at the start before the game. They've stuck to their game plan. They've stuck to their game plan well. This is the thing. That's not a game plan that's going to win you too many games of football. At some point, that needs to relax a little bit, and hopefully we can capitalise on that. From our point of view, we need to move the ball a little bit quicker into the guys in midfield. We need a little bit more quality from Trent. And Núñez and Diaz have been unlucky. That's a great strike by Núñez to get that on target from there, being closed down by a defender. There's a bit for both managers to speak about at half-time. Liverpool, the intensity in terms of when we're on the ball. We're great when we move the ball quickly. We're not so when we don't, and at times we've been a bit of both today.
Yeah, and like I say, let's talk through the biggest chances then. So, Everton haven't actually created a lot.
No.
They've been in threatening positions, but Liverpool are defending pretty well. The one time they didn't defend well, we were saying for ages, can Liverpool clear? No, they can't. Can they clear? No, they can't. I think it's Carvalho who loses out with Patterson. The ball comes across. Actually, it's a poor touch by Joe Gomez. It nearly falls to Mopai. Virgil van Dijk sniffs that danger out, but then it does break loose, a loose ball in the penalty area that they react first to, go closest to, and it's not the worst effort from Davies, and hits the post, but that was Everton's biggest opportunity, but it came from just a couple of laps bit of defending. Liverpool just couldn't clear the lines. Yeah,
you're right. Need to empty. Sometimes it needs to go in the stand, doesn't it? Virgil's not adverse to doing that. The other guys around him could learn from that. I think if you're looking at it from an Everton point of view, if Tom Davies backs a swinger with his left foot, he probably scores there. It's the fact he tries to go with the outside of his right foot. That is technically, if that goes in, that's an absolutely brilliant finish. Swings on with his left, he's got all the goals to aim at.
Yeah, it's a good point. Didn't even think about it. Yeah, you're right. He's obviously doesn't trust his foot. Liverpool's opportunity when they hit the woodwork, then it's a Gomez long ball. Núñez has run away from goal, chested down, very reminiscent Torres Blackburn, that goal, where he tries to volley it back across. It does take a deflection that nearly catches Jordan Pickford out, but he manages to get a hand on it and just tip it onto the bar. It was encouraging from Núñez, I thought, because he didn't look like it. That's hard to score from there, but to even make a big save as that, took some doing.
He's got an eye for the spectacular, hasn't he? I don't think in terms of the keepers thing that you've never criticised Jordan Pickford for shot stopping. He is very good at that, and he's proved that again there. The deflection lifts it slightly, only lifts it a couple more inches. We go in one up there, don't we? It's a good save, and obviously then the ball is played out to the Everton's right hand side, where Diaz sort of recycles the ball, and as you said before, we've seen this goal before, comes in, drops a shoulder, beats a man back off the inside of the post 3 times today, or twice today. You've said surprised that didn't go in off the post, and it was true.
The Diaz one's the most one that it could have hit the inside. How that doesn't go in off the post.
But that's his signature goal, isn't it? If he's got one already in his short time at Liverpool, that will be his signature goal.
It's a bit Coutinho used to do, but just not at that pace. Yeah. It's the pace that gets Diaz away from men. Coutinho will beat you with a bit of trickery. Diaz is just too quick for them. It's remnant. He gets it against Spurs, doesn't he, with a bit of deflection. Palace, he got a similar goal running in from that left hand side and trying to curl one. Yeah, he just matter of inches away from it.
But those 2 chances and the way we worked those 2 chances, and Núñez's willingness to run the central defender to a place he doesn't want to go to.
Yeah,
that now changes your half-time team talk. Whereas before it was a bit frustrating. It might have been. Now we've got 2 chinks of light that shows we can create chances against this team, and I think that's got to be the basis of the conversation in there at the moment.
Yeah, we'll come back to tactics in a moment. We've got an interesting one from Hilton Line, one of our members. Thanks very much for being a wonder kid. It is Hilton says, cheers for the great content, guys. You're welcome. We miss Thiago so much. That connection between midfield and attack just isn't there at the moment. And actually, it brings me on to my point there, Hilton, is that Liverpool haven't really tried to go through the midfield. They've gone direct a lot. The best chance comes from a long ball. They've tried to hit the wingers a lot. Simicast, Trent, Diaz and Salah. We haven't considering we've got 2 technical playmakers in the middle. They haven't really tried, and I'll get it. Everton have got 4-5-1 and bodies in there. But we saw this against Newcastle. I thought the second we tried to play through the middle, we looked better. Because it does give you the opportunity to go wide. If Everton's predictable, Patterson and Michalenko are just half a yard left, aren't they? Because they know, or half a yard right, they know it's going wide. Yeah. I would like to see Liverpool if they can. And give it a go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But they haven't even really tried to get Elliott and Carvalho on the board that much. Elliott's found pockets of space, Carvalho less so. I'm surprised that the tactics don't marry up to the starting 11, if that makes sense. You pick those two, just not to play make with them, it seems a bit strange.
Yeah, I think on the right-hand side, certainly Trent needs to get more involved in the game in terms of when he's got the ball, what he does with it. Bring Fabinho into the game, pull him across, make that little triangle, get Mo Salah involved. We focus most of our play down the right-hand side, and it hasn't really been a feature today. I think on the pitch they decided very shortly after the game started, actually there's so many bodies in the middle of the park, maybe we do go wide. We've been criticised in years gone by of not having a plan B, but we went to plan B within 10 minutes in terms of going out wide. We've got those two young lads in there with all the skill in the world to try and create stuff. And as I said, as soon as the whistle went, Steve, Everton made it difficult for those guys to get involved in the game. I think it's 15 minutes and then there's a change in what we're doing, I think, in the second half, because we need to create more.
It's interesting, though, Steve, isn't it, that, like I say, we've got a comment here, because Hitchin Baz again, thank you very much, Baz, for another Superchat, 449. We were so unlucky towards the end, but we need to create more chances. So much possession, so few chances, more creativity in their half needed. And that's the thing, is that Liverpool have got a lot of creative players on there, but we haven't passed our way through Everton, really. We got Diaz to the byline, we got Trent to the byline, but that came from Gomez counter-pressing. Yeah. We haven't really, he is right, we haven't really looked, we haven't played through them, we haven't really tried to. There's a couple of moves on the edge of the box, but not a lot. It's been scrappy, I think, for both sides, really. It seems like a scrappy derby game.
And unfortunately, we see these often, don't we, in derby games, where such is at stake, such is the willingness of players to put their bodies on the line, because you don't want to lose a derby game for bragging rights and what it means to your fans. It's been a bit of a war today in the middle of the park. Everton have done everything they can to close us down, and I think that's why we've gone wide. That's not been particularly successful either. So I think something does need to change at some point in the second half tactically. We'll see what happens, but yeah, it's scrappy. You're right. It is a scrappy game.
See, I think for the most part, at times it's had to be. We're looking at the replay of the Davies chance. It's been a bit last gasp at times, but overall, I think we've defended quite well.
Yeah, the Gomez aberration.
There other than that one brain fart from Joe Gomez.
Switched on for the give and go, and he came around and won the ball, which is really good defending. And it'd be interesting to see how the rest of the world reacts to that, because that's spot on, covering the third man running. We've defended well, we just haven't created enough. It is the Núñez chance now.
So it does well. It does deflect, doesn't it? I wonder if it's going to fly in. If it does, it's a good save by Pickford. And then obviously Diaz picks it up, does really well, cuts inside his shot. It just looks like that's going to bounce in. I just can't believe it doesn't really. It nicks off. Does it take a nick off?
Patterson.
Yeah, and it's a good save by Pickford.
It's going in 100%.
And then Diaz has Connor Cody on skates, beats all of them. They're all just watching. That just doesn't go in.
That much, and that's in off the post. That's half an inch away from going in off the post.
It's crazy. We had the Discord chat here. We've had Quadbod saying it does feel like a 1-0. It kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
At the moment in time, you're just hoping that you gets that one. It does feel. It feels tense. Yeah.
But at what point do Everton come out and try and win the game? Because they're not really doing that.
I don't think they do. No, they won't.
No. Which means you're relying on a moment of genius, like a Diaz goal.
But you say, but they'll say the game plan's working. We've had good chances. We've been in the Liverpool half a lot. I'm going to bring the stats up here. They've had the same amount of shots as us, 6 each, 1 on target each, as well. Obviously, those our shot on target would have been the Núñez one that was blocked because that Pickford saved. I'm guessing that's the on target shot.
Yeah.
So obviously theirs is Anthony Gordon, but obviously that doesn't take into account that both sides have hit the post, which doesn't count. But they'll be saying, listen, we've had way less the ball because that's what we know was going to happen. But we've caused them as much problems pretty much as they've caused us. I think Frank Lampard will be much the happier of the two managers.
I think their chances come from bits and pieces, second balls that haven't been won, and
Everton,
deflections. Yeah, exactly. And they probably banked on that to give them opportunities. You're right, they're not going to come out and be open and expansive, but the longer the game goes and the more confidence they get, are they going to open up just a little bit? Because they'll be thinking, we're in this and there's an opportunity to win the game. You've got creative players like Anthony Gordon is a creative player, wants to play on the front foot. At some point, one of those guys is going to take a risk, take a chance, and that we need to capitalise on that. And our transition needs to be quick when we win the ball back. And that might be why we're going wide. Yeah,
potentially. Right then, we're going to take a quick ad break. I'm going to go and fill my wardrobe. We'll be back with the second half of Everton versus Liverpool after these short messages. See you in a minute. Hey guys, the new season is upon us, and over on redmenplus.com we've got you covered in every single way. We've got the Final Word show, we've got Journo Insight with Neil Jones, we've got Opposition Previews, we've got the Stat Show with Chris Pajak, we've got the Club Legends show, and tons more. All of this content is available in video and podcast forms, so if you want even more amazing Liverpool content in your lives, head on over to redmenplus.com and sign up from as little as £5 a month. I promise you won't regret it. The content's amazing. You're going to have a ball. So go ahead on over to redmenplus.com and sign up now. Welcome back. Yay. If you want to get involved with Redmen Plus, like I say, never been a better time to get involved. redmenplus.com from as little as £5 a month for all the Liverpool content you need in video and podcast forms. You can watch us of an evening, watch us of a morning, listen to us on your commute, whatever you need, in the gym, in the park. We have got you covered every show we make, video and podcast form. Come and check us out. Right, we've got boots on the ground. Like I said, Paul and Chris finally got in 10 minutes into the game. Chris said there was a big warm-up for Milner and Firmino at half-time. So I would guess that those maybe Jurgen's first two options, whether that means in midfield for Milner or at right back, we don't know. Even at left back, perhaps. And Bobby Firmino as well. At some point, we might see more of Roberto Firmino. My guess would be for Darwin Núñez, wouldn't it? But,
yeah,
I doubt it's going to be half-time, Steve. But yeah, they're two of the more obvious subs. Again, not ideal, Milner being your attacking option. I guess it depends just what Jota's got on his legs.
Yeah, you could see Carvalho for Milner and Núñez for Bobby, which doesn't necessarily make Milner your attacking option, because it just means Harvey plays in the role he's been playing in with almost a double pivot. It
just feels like a scrappier game that might suit more. But like I say, Liverpool are hoping. Jurgen said in his press conference, we want to just play football, and Liverpool have picked a footballing team. They just haven't quite been able to play that football, so maybe he's thinking, actually, do I need to go back to the fundamentals of trying to get the ball back and win and think? But again, you say that's the, I mean, maybe I'm contradicting myself. We have had a lot. We've had 65% possession, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Just in the areas haven't quite been.
But it's just been recycling.
Yeah.
And they get on the ball and they look up and there's 17 blokes in Everton's half and they're all marked up, so your options are limited. So we could see it. He's going on now.
He might be coming on now, actually, Roberto Firmino. Yeah, it looks like Roberto Firmino's half-time sub. I wonder for whom. We'll find out. Is it for Darwin Núñez? Is it for somebody else? You guess, unless it's Carvalho, but with his injury perhaps. Firmino's at 8 maybe, I don't know. Let's find out. Jurgen gives Roberto Firmino a big old cuddle. He's definitely coming on, and it is Roberto Firmino centre mid.
Maybe not. Maybe more orthodox 2 through the middle, or what?
4-4-2.
Well, one behind the one.
4-2-3-1.
Yeah, possibly.
Who's your 2 though? Fabian can't be Elliot, can it?
Well, you don't know, do you?
Be interesting. So yeah, Fabio Carvalho took that knee, took that whack to the leg. Liverpool have decided he isn't the man.
I can't sausage today. He's got 2 centre midfielders on the bench, and he's brought on Bobby. So you wouldn't put Bobby in an 8, would you?
4-4-2. Might be.
Possibly, yeah.
Might be 4-4-2. Big onus on Harvey Elliott if that is the case then.
Maybe a diamond in midfield. A sitter in front of. So 4-1-2-1-2.
Still Bobby Firmino playing midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. We'll see how that one goes. He's playing up front, Steve. It's 4-2-3-1. Harvey Elliott's going to play centre mid. You can see it straight from here, can't you?
Yeah. Well, that answers your question, mate, about it not really working for us, trying to create stuff. And
I wonder if it's injury related though as well as tactical. We'll see as Gomez plays it back. The second half is underway, right? I should have mentioned this. As Alisson plays a bit of a loose ball, but Simicast does well to clear in the end. That is 4-2. That is Roberto Firmino playing 10/. Nice one. Darwin Núñez does rain. Oh, ref!
Caught him on the arm.
Gives a foul.
I think it's
Cody battling with Núñez.
Looks like a handball, Steve.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it is. It's 40. It is definitely. Harvey Elliott's playing right centre mid. It is the two. He's dead on line with Fabinho. All the people crying out for 4-2-3-1 for a long time. For the Reds have gotten their wish. You're almost up front, isn't he? Roberto Firmino. Let's get the second half underway. Bobby's on. Let's get his song on the way. Interesting decision from Jurgen Klopp. As Everton try and work for it down the sides. Gomez cuts that one out. Elliott with a loose ball that Virgil has to stretch for, but he's only managed to play it to Gray. And Liverpool are out of position here. And Van Dijk blocks it. It was a poor ball by Harvey Elliott. Yes, can't get away with that one. Virgil was fuming. Liverpool on the counter though. Luis Diaz into the box, left hand side, cuts it back. Nunes swings a leg at it. It's blocked. Why did he keep that in?
Oh,
that was just a corner.
Yeah, it was.
Darwin Nunes. The ball was going to go for a corner from Darwin Nunes' shot. And Luis Diaz tried to keep it in, knowing he must have been offside.
Straight away, change of shape, gets us in round the back there though, doesn't it?
It did, yeah. Nice build up down the left hand side. It was Simicast, goes on a little adventure. Diaz might have been offside, but it went back to who knows. Plays it across. It was a shot by Nunes. He actually isn't offside, you know.
And it wasn't a deflection. Nunes just spooned it
out. So. Might have gone for a goal. He did give offside though. Maybe with the goal he was out. Ahead of the yeah, he must be, mustn't he? That must be it.
Yeah, anyway. Must be it.
Anyway, Everton have given the ball away straight to Fabinho here. Liverpool again looking to attack down the left. Diaz plays in Simicast a little bit behind him. He does well, Simicast. Surely a foul. The ref says play on. Got to give that foul. Got to give that foul. Connor Cody come across, cleared it.
I think
and, that can't be a big enough advantage.
That's still the same phase of ball.
That should have been a yellow card. He had hold of his shirt. Anyway, it's a throw in front of the Liverpool end, but that should have been. It was a definite tactical foul. He had all the cut of Simicast's shirt. Anyway, didn't give it, so we're going again. Throw in towards the byline that Nunes does well to recycle to Costa Simicast. He's got Van Dijk if he wants him. He has. He's going to go across the pitch to Gomez. He's going to go again to Alexander-Arnold up against Gordon. 50-50 ball.
Salah doesn't want that there.
It's not a great ball by Alexander-Arnold. Plays Salah into trouble a little bit really. Van Dijk comes and deals with it well though, the bouncing ball. Yeah, it was a poor pass by Alexander-Arnold. A risky pass they didn't need to make.
Yeah.
Anyway, come back to it, sorry Steve, because here comes Salah, left hand side. Cuts inside, behind Firmino, all the way across. Nunes, a shot blocked. Out to Simicast. Slows things down, which isn't the worst idea. Trying to get to the byline against Gray. Back post cross. Can Elliott get that one? He can. Volleys it across. Goal! Oh, it's a scramble. Simicast. Oh! If anything, it nearly went for a corner.
Yeah, you got for a throw-in.
It nearly went for a throw-in, rather. Go on, talk us through it, Steve.
Quick cross there. Elliott brings the ball down, fires it across. Bobby misses it, and Simicast puts it out for a throw-in. It was a throw-in on the far side. But you know what? These are chances we're creating. This is much better opportunities being created here. Why's Diogo got his shirt in his hand? Did you spot that?
Maybe he might be trying to get himself on. Do you think he's crossing that or shooting it?
I think he's shooting it.
Just miles wide.
Yeah.
But you are right, yeah, the change of formation.
It was Andy Robbo-esque, that effort, wasn't it?
Yeah, our left backs just have a fondness for being crap at them. You are right, the change of formation's working, and there goes again. Roberto Firmino wins the ball on the halfway line. Lovely flick to Salah. Salah's under pressure. Half bobbles around, no foul given. He wanted the foul, and Everton can counter. Ball out on the right hand side with Damari Gray up against Simicast. Fabinho comes over to double up on him. Gray cuts back inside, edge of the box to Alex Iwobi. Ball in to Mopé. Goes for a little overhead lob, but never going to cause any problems for Alisson with that one.
I think he handled it as well in the build up. That'll be interesting to see whether this has been pulled back for you.
No, it's not what it is. It was a strange ball by Iwobi, that, because what's he meant to do with that, you know what I mean? He had time on the edge of the box to the Iwobi, and it was a strange ball, but Mopé just ended up looping it over the bar. It wasn't really much danger at that point in time.
No.
The danger was on the edge of the box before Iwobi's pass.
Correct. And if he scores that, there's not much you can do about that as well, do you know?
There's Harvey Elliott down the line to Salah. Liverpool attacking again down the left. Mikalenko does well against Salah. No foul given against Mo Salah as Mikalenko goes down, so it's a throw into Everton. Salah reckons it should have been his ball. He's in front of the linesman giving it the beans. Salah, you very rarely see Mo Salah act like that to officials.
No.
I think he's frustrated. I don't think we haven't seen much of Mo Salah. It's been a quiet game.
It's a tough game for them guys, hasn't it? Even though we talked earlier about going wide, Milenko and Tarkowski and the left-sided centre midfielder have done a job on him, really, haven't they?
Right then, Everton throw in. The ball's bobbled loose to Gordon. He's going to look to try and spring a counter with Gray. Simicast is all over him, followed him across the pitch and won it back. Nice. Scrappy again, and Liverpool win a throw in. Onana or Firmino. That was interesting that Simicast followed his winger right the way across there.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Went right into the other side of the pitch with him and won it off him. There's a lot of men in the middle of that field now. Like 43-1 for us, 5 for them. It's very congested. The space is out wide. If Liverpool or Everton indeed can find it. Liverpool with a throw in then. That I think is going to be cleared by Tarkowski. Is that gone straight out of play or has it stayed in? It's gone out, has it? They're claiming a foul. I can't really see what's happened. The Mopé went down. He's a fucking rat him.
That's a foul.
He's trying to he's fouling Gomez and then he goes down saying he was fouled. Oh, that is a foul. Gomez has him round the neck. Anyway, nothing given. Costa Simicast is down the right hand. Sorry, the Liverpool left now. Inside to Diaz. I thought he was going to shoot again. He didn't. He sold him for an echo. Ball across. Simicast's shot blocked.
Foul for a corner.
They all expected the shot.
Yeah,
Cut inside.
Good.
Corner for the Reds. Right, let's go. Keep hitting those likes on the stream, guys. Over 3,000 people watching live. Let's get going. Virgil calling the troops in. Come and I think he wants blockers for a run. Corner comes in. Simicast. Good ball. Headed clear again by Everton. Elliott edge of the box to Alexander-Arnold. Just loops one back in. Pickford should come and claim. That's poor by Alexander-Arnold there. Everton with a big counter. Pickford goes long and early. Alexander-Arnold sees it out. It was shepherded out. Owe was on the counter. Pickford kicks it out of play, thankfully. That was poor by Trent, that recycled ball.
Yeah, it was at this stage.
Lazy.
At this stage, you're wondering what is his influence on the game right now. It's not much, is it?
No. Simicast is much more involved. Yeah, Idad there. Simicast in the discourse is our main outlet, and he seems. Yeah, we are a lot more attacking down the left. I wonder if that's. Yeah, we haven't seen a lot down the right, although here's Firmino trying to change that with a ball down the right. That Mo Salah up against Tarkowski, is it?
Yeah.
Salah gets the ball across. Cody half cleared edge of the box. Nunes shot.
Oh.
Instinctive snapshot. Didn't quite get the power on and easily collected by Jordan Pickford. Yeah, you're right. Snapshot just didn't get the power on it. Fabinho's just dispossessed Onana. To front of. I thought it was a foul.
Battered it out for a throw-in.
That could have been a red card.
Tom Davies.
No, Onana on Firmino because he wins it off him and he goes through him. It's a good effort actually by Nunes. He just didn't quite catch it. Shinned it a little bit on it.
Yeah, he got his knee over the ball really well, didn't he? Yeah.
Didn't quite get the power.
Totally.
Right then, 53 minutes gone at Goodison. Luis Diaz inside, lovely ball to Firmino. Firmino, little samba magic. Freeze, Costa Simicast, got loads of room. Can he pick a man out? Oh, it's a good defending, Connor Cody. I think he's knocked himself out in the process.
That's Connor Cody for you though, isn't it?
Puts head on the lines only all the time. He'd have been tight for offside on Simicast. I think he was just on. He has time to pick a man out. He's going near post, looking for Nunes, but yeah, Connor Cody does really well.
To be fair, at that angle there, there's not a lot to aim at, is there?
No, yeah. He's just drilling it across, isn't he? Yeah. Right, another corner for the Reds then. Can Virgil get it out on this one? Trent's gone over this time. It's going to be an in-swinger after trying the out-swinger earlier. Trent's corner goes deep. Salah nods it back straight to Everton, to Neil Maupay though. Liverpool should be able to clear that with Gomez. How did that mess up? If that was a planned corner, it didn't work.
No.
It looked like they were trying to free Salah at the back, but it was overhit miles by Alexander-Arnold. Salah was in space, so I wonder if it was pre-rehearsed, but if it was, then the as I have to put the TV back on. Oh no. Yeah, Salah's knockback nearly led to a counter. It was just like Liverpool just about dealt with it, but it was a strange free. Anyway, Liverpool try and go long, but Patterson does well to see it out. It's a goal kick to Everton, 55 minutes. What are you thinking start of the second half, Steve?
I think we've been better. We've had more excitement in the first 10 minutes of the second half than we had for long spells in the first half. The change of formations definitely changed it for us. But Bobby's had a little bit of an impact, pulled the ball down in some nice areas and released a few people. And, you know, bit of luck, we might be onto something. We've had a couple of chances, haven't we? So It's better. It's a more open game now, it looks to me as well.
Here come Everton off the goal kick then. Firmino does his defensive duties, wins it back. Elliott loses out though to Iwobi. Iwobi snapshot from distance, harmlessly wide in the end. Elliott in this two-man midfield, I don't know.
I noticed Milner's warming up, so that might change shortly.
Potentially, yeah. He a couple of times now, there's been a battle that he just hasn't quite got used to. He is essentially playing like a double pivot almost.
Yeah.
Just don't know how often he's ever played that in his career before.
I wouldn't imagine many, and it's shout. You can see it, can't you? So
we keep an eye on that one. Milner did do a big warm-up at half-time. Wonder if he's the next sub. Hoare, where is Elliott on the ball? And that's where he is good. Nice ball inside. Lovely feet by Liverpool. I jinxed it. Diaz's pat was overhit. But the clearance has come straight to Alexander-Arnold. Salah back to Trent. Trent down the line. Oh, it was a good ball towards Elliott. Diaz battles well. Still battling. Ball goes out. I think it's a goal kick. Got all a little bit scrappy over there in the end. I think it was Onana who just about did enough. Liverpool have 2 subs.
Robbo and Milner.
Robertson and Milner. It's going to be for Elliott and Simicast, you would think.
Onana is just the most Everton player on the planet, isn't he? You know, you watch him playing and what he's doing.
Just gets about.
Yeah.
They seem to like him. Everton yet to make any subs. Liverpool are about to make their second and third. You've got to presume it's Elliott off and Simicast off. Everton play out from the back, but they've not gone really well with them. They just give away a cheap corner. Really, really poor from Everton. But I think it was Cody and Patterson between them. Yeah. This is where you want to punish them, isn't it? You want to punish.
Make them feel bad about that, yeah.
Simicast's one of his last involvements in the game, potentially, is to take this corner kick. Let's have a little look then. Right arm goes in the air for Costas, whatever that means. Hopefully it means Virgil score. Let's find out. Ball comes in, it's gone deep again. It is towards Virgil van Dijk, but it's too high, too deep, and all he can do is just divert
normally
the bar.
1 means near post, 2 means far post, but it went far post off 1.
Yeah, so. And it wasn't a great corner. Liverpool, like I say, second and third subs, got to be for, you'd think.
Yeah.
Simicast off, Andy Robbo on.
And this is about energy. He's
been well, he's done well,
Costas, I think. Now you're going to get 30 minutes of long busting from Robertson, aren't you?
You've got to pursue. It's got to be Elliott, you would think. No, it's not. Well. For the second game in a row, it's fullbacks. It's Alexander-Arnold off.
And it's totally the right choice, by the way. It is. He's not been in the game, has he?
Jürgen said at Newcastle, it was about energy. Second game in a row that he's taken. I wonder if they are just saying, go and give us 30 and 60. Like, it's pre-planned almost. James Milner comes on as captain. I was convinced it was Harvey Elliott.
They might already know this from
potentially, but it's the second game in a row. Jürgen did say it's about energy, like you said, legs. That's what 5 subs gives you, I suppose.
Totally.
That might be one way we're trying to use the 5 subs, is to get energy at full back, considering how much we asked him to do. But yeah, Milner in at right back then.
Well, that cranks up the role that Harvey's playing, because
here James Milner with some defending to do. As Andre Gray into the box, flicked around the corner. Joe Gomez clears. Everton. So Liverpool screaming for offside, didn't get it. Gomez, you mentioned before, clearing your lines. That's exactly what he did there. Everton are about to make a sub of their own. Can't quite see who's coming on.
This guy is
it Garner Gay?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear.
Tom Davis, I reckon. Or Onana is on a card.
Everton with the first time they've had the ball in this game, in this half, really. And they're under pressure from Liverpool and they've gone all the way back to Pickford. Mo Salah's going to try and pressure him. Going to aim for James Milner's side. If he's onside, it's a good ball. Milner does really well. Wins it back and gives it to Alisson. Yeah, Alisson's clearance isn't the greatest though. Alex Iwobi recycles it. Milner reads the step over from Gordon. That's 2 from 2. Battles that Milner's won there. Tom Davies in midfield now with the ball. Out wide to Gordon. Milner in front of him. Elliott goes over to help. Gordon to the byline, pulls it back. Van Dijk clears corner to Everton.
Great reading from Van Dijk there. That's going to be a feature of the second half, where they try and get him round the back of Milner.
Good positioning.
It's good defending. A little bit the pace is taken off it by Gomez, and then off Van Dijk's thigh for the corner. So right then, both the centre halves doing what they should be doing there.
Corner for Everton. In swinger, it's going to be. Let's have a little corner comes in, deep, should go out.
Straight out.
Poor corner kick, straight behind. Damari Gray's had better efforts than that in his past, I can tell you. They just come, the one chance Everton have got to send the big lads up and they completely fluffed the lines. Right, then Liverpool have made 3 subs. Everton are about to make their first. Steve reckons it was Tom Davies coming off. He was absolutely spot on, Steve-O, well done to you. It is Tom Davies off, the man who hit the post in the first half, of course. Everton's best chance of the game. With his outside of his foot, curls it against the post. He goes off to replace a second Everton debut, I suppose, for Idrissa Gueye. Not unfamiliar surroundings for him. He's been there, done that before.
Yeah.
Everton fans give him a big round of applause as he comes on. Right then, how are we doing? Nearly 4,000. He's watching a nice one. Get the likes buttons up. Let's get to 1,500. Or if all he has pressed it, we'd have like the most likes we've ever had for a long video watch. That'd be nice. Press like, press the thumb now. Now, go. Thank you. Right, Liverpool go long. Poor ball, really. That it was easily intercepted. Everton, yeah, we mentioned before we started well, and it's kind of in the first half. They've weathered a little bit of a storm, and Liverpool has been a little bit loose with the ball. And it's inviting them, honestly.
Yes, it is. It is, and they've been buoyed by the fact that we've got a makeshift right back.
They're going to target Marty Gordon against Milner. You can see straight away that's what they've. Although this time they're going to switch it to the other flank, test Robbo out. It's Gordon's drifted over there. This time he's done well. Good first touch, edge of the box, and Patterson into the box, shoots, blocked Van Dijk. I think that was going in. Really, really, really important block by Virgil van Dijk. Long switch of play does for Liverpool really. Andy Robertson up against Gordon. Gordon's first touch is excellent. He plays it, he runs off, Diaz does Patterson, he shoots for his goal.
I think Becker's got it, Alisson's got it covered.
I don't know, it's going to be close either way. Van Dijk gets himself in the way. It's a nice lung busting run. Diaz has got to follow that in. Didn't chase his run back, did he?
No. And that's a side of his game he's still learning. We have a very complex system, don't we?
Corner for Everton, Gray again, out swinger. This one is headed away
Van
again.
Dijk again.
Van Dijk. Can Liverpool break on the counter? Harvey Elliott just
got
whacks it forwards. It could have been a bit better, but it might still work out with Milner on the right-hand side. Body streaming forward for Liverpool, looking towards Luis Diaz. He wins his header. Can Darwin Núñez win his? He's battling, he's won the ball, he's flicked it back, edge of the box. Firmino, shot! Oh! Save by Pickford.
I thought that was going in then.
Oh, I thought he'd spilled it in, but he didn't. He just about got enough on it. Roberto Firmino, edge of the box, through the legs of the defender. Oh, Pickford. It's a good save.
It is a good save because
it comes off like almost like James Tarkowski's bollocks. Yeah, underneath his legs, a good hand by Jordan Pickford.
Coming really flat, didn't it? Off his bollocks.
It did, like it skimmed off his nuts. Right, Andy Robbo with his first corner then. Corner comes in, header straight at Pickford.
Anywhere else.
It was Roberto Firmino, great cross, great header, but it just pissed straight at Jordan Pickford. A yard either side, it's a certain goal. Liverpool getting closer, Roberto Firmino. Anyway, corner is taken short. Milner, his cross in towards the back post, nodded across goal. Everton get first contact, Liverpool gets second. It's a bit of a scramble. Núñez, Fabinho, saved again by Pickford. Oh, Jordan Pickford is keeping Liverpool at bay at the minute. It's a one-man barricade. This time it was Fabinho shots. They talk us through it.
Comes out to Fabinho, played square there by Van Dijk, knocks it back in. Header square by Núñez. And he's unsighted by the centre half as well, so he's done well with that. He's pushed it away from danger.
We need to talk off. He's got a toe on that. He would have diverted past them. Again, totally. it was Aaron though. It wasn't in the corner. He has had 2 saves to make. Recently beaten straight at him, but he's done well. Another corner for Liverpool. Pressure on Everton. Corner comes in. What happened there? Oh, Everton have cleared it. They're on the counter. James Milner dives in, is lost. Oh, Liverpool got some defending to do. It's 5 against 3 if Everton can work this well. Liverpool are completely outnumbered. It goes to Anthony Gordon. It goes to Neil Maupay. Alisson Becker, what a save. That should have been a goal. Liverpool were completely undone on the counter-attack. It was 5 against 3. Neil Maupay on his debut sees the eyes of Alisson Becker. The big Brazilian runs out. It's not a great finish by it. To be fair, just hits it at him. And Liverpool live to fight another day.
But if you look where Salah was as a central defender, that's the only place he can put that ball. And we know how big and strong.
Corner for Everton comes
Alisson
in.
Stands up. He's got to win
Alisson
this.
punches it clear, nice from Liverpool's goal. End to end there. How did they have 5 screaming forward when we only have 3? That was interesting.
Milner sold himself really early with the sliding challenge, didn't he? He had to. He had
or
to try and win
him.
the ball. Yeah. He didn't do either.
And Liverpool were completely out of it there. Anyway, Jordan Pickford goes long. Long, can Liverpool win the bit? It is.
The game's opened up a bit, which
Robbo nods out for a
probably
throw-in.
suits us better than them, doesn't it?
You would think so, yeah. Liverpool piling on the pressure with a couple of corners, a couple of good saves by Pickford. Nearly got hit by another sucker punch. It was 5 against 3. Anyway, we live to fight another day, but the ball is in our half with Everton throwing. 66 minutes gone at Goodison, still Everton 0, Liverpool 0. As Anthony Gordon just relieves the pressure by giving it straight out of play, and Liverpool will take the time here. It just felt like we were building up a head of steam there, and all of a sudden it kind of like the bubbles burst. Let's see if Liverpool can get back at it again. It's a ball forward by Onana, but that's going to trickle through to Alisson Becker, who made the best goalie in the world. Just makes a big save when you need him. We don't see him. He hardly needed all game, but when he needed to, he made himself big. Right. Come back to that. Andy Robertson's bursting down the left-hand side. Onana comes across.
Gives away a corner.
He said it was a goal. He said it should have been a goal kick off Robertson. Let's see. No, definitely a corner.
It's a good tackle, to be fair.
He's done really well. What's he screaming for a yellow card for? No idea. Anyway, it's a corner for Liverpool. Caused problems off a couple before. Nearly conceded off our own corner, but the one after. So keep that back door shut, Reds. Right, Andy Robbo, corner comes in. Who can get the first header? Van Dijk nods it across goal. Nunes wins the second ball. It's floating around. And here comes that counter again. And here come Everton again. Liverpool got to be careful here. This time they've got a couple more men back, but it's Gordon and Mopé looking for the ball round the corner to Gordon. Gomez does well. Tracked him the whole way.
Goal kick.
But it's an Everton corner. Now he's given a corner. From one end to the other. This time Liverpool had more men back for the counter-attack. And then Gomez, blocks the shot. And it's a corner for Everton, I think. He has given a corner, right? Yeah,
he should do.
Yeah, he has.
Definite block. Yeah, it's a corner.
From one end to the other again. Gray, outswinger. Headed backwards by Fabinho. It's going to be collected by Michaelenko. His cross is going to be deep towards Tarkowski at the back post. He's battling with Robertson. It goes all the way to Gray, in fact. Gray's ball back across. Chester down. Milner shot. Oh, it's a goal.
Offside.
Is it offside? Is it a goal? We don't know.
It's got to be
Connor
offside.
Cody has scored. He's running away celebrating.
He has to be offside.
Oh, I hope so. But as it stands, it's Goodison Park erupts. As Connor Cody taps in at the back post. He's gone absolutely mental. Oh. And yet again, Liverpool trailing the game, Steve.
Yeah, I want to see this.
Cross comes in. We'll come back to it in a minute. We're miles away from the goal at the minute here. So it's the Mari Gray. Back post, his cross goes across goal. It's Chester down. He's offside! He's offside! He's got to be offside. That's offside.
I called it straight away. He's offside.
It's Mopé. He chests it down.
He's offside.
Let's have a look.
He's offside.
He looks offside.
Oh, it's close.
He looks offside, Connor Cody.
Tight,
we're going to have the lines out, but it looks, again, we haven't got the best angle, have we? He taps in, he had to, it wasn't going in. He runs off screaming, but I'd like to think that's off. I haven't quite, VAR checking it.
It's offside, that's offside.
From my angle, that just looks off again.
It's how much of this Milner gets on it, if anything.
These lines...
That's offside.
From that angle, it just looks clearly off, but you never know with the distortion and things, do you? Let's have a look.
Offside.
We're going to wait for the lines. It must be tight. It's Van Dijk's boot that we're looking at, I think. Or maybe Milner's toe.
His knee, his foot, his shoulder, everything's offside. Everything.
Are they asking about the deflection? Because it deflects
off Milner,
maybe?
Yeah, that's what I said. It depends how much Milner gets on this. I think this is offside.
Let's have a look. We're still waiting. The longer it takes, the more you think they're going to probably give the goal. It's whether it comes off Milner, isn't it? It's hard to tell.
They're not even looking at that. He's offside. Offside. Thank God for that.
The flag's gone. It's whether it come off Milner. It looked offside. He looked a yard off.
Come up there.
The red line said offside. It's whether are they definitely giving it offside? Because it's whether it touched off Milner. But Conor Cody went absolutely
offside,
mental.
Steve.
And it is offside. It was offside. It was a yard off. It looked more, I don't know why it took so long. They must have been looking at the deflection.
Yeah.
But Conor Cody, meant to be a boyhood Liverpool fan, he went absolutely mental with that one. He was off. He looked off and he was off. I thought at first he'd stole it off Mopé, but it wasn't going in, so he had to do that. But yeah, got away with one there.
Yes.
He is offside. It is 0-0. Thank goodness for that. I've had a super chat there from Marky No Mates in the meantime. Says, loving your work, guys. When's Ramsey available? He's back in training. Light training, but... Conor Cody was offside. He went absolutely fucking mental, didn't he?
Just being reminded by Nunes there, you were offside there, mate.
I don't know what Frank Lampard's shrugging his shoulders for. I don't know if are they complaining about that?
There's no complaints.
He was off. What? I don't know what they're complaining for. Either way,
I'm sure we'll find out in the presser afterwards, but I reckon he thinks it came off Milner.
Off Milner. But either way, the deflections are different, aren't they? Deflections aren't deliberate acts of a ball, aren't they?
If you play
but he's trying to block it, isn't it? So it's whether that counts as a deliberate. Either way, no goal. Long ball forward by Alisson. We play on at 0-0. Wake up call for Liverpool as Darwin Núñez is clattered. No free kick given on Tarkowski. That's interesting. Núñez stays down.
That's a nasty one. That's a proper. You know, you boot the underside of someone's foot. That's one of them.
Yeah, he's fuming as Darwin at the ref. Calm down, fella. It is nasty, that. Does he get the ball?
I don't think Tarkowski's looking at the player at all there. That's
dangerous though, isn't it?
It's 6-1, isn't it?
It is a foul. Darwin Núñez was not happy though. Conor Cody, the big fucking wall, celebrating offensively, celebrating like a fucking big giant.
I lived there, mate. For the record, I grew up round the corner from here.
No, he's a proper. What's the place called where the race course is? Haydock. Proper Haydock wall, Conor Cody. Anyway, long ball forward. I'm glad he celebrated like he'd won the World Cup. He's meant to be a Liverpool fan. Obviously, his allegiances are elsewhere now. But it didn't
Harvey's getting swapped out too, mate. He's chasing shadows here.
Yeah, Liverpool has lost a bit of control. The subs, to an extent, haven't. The full-back subs, has it really worked?
We're going to see Arthur, mate.
Do you think?
Yeah.
For Elliott?
Yeah, Elliott's chasing shadows.
Or I suppose the other option, if he doesn't trust Arthur, is he could go Matip on, Gomez right back, Milner into centre mid is the other option. Liverpool look a little bit weak in midfield.
Elliott's the next one out.
Yeah, that's what Knocky Knock just said. Time for King Arthur to enter the battle in the £2 said. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, he's had one training session. Maybe I don't know if he ain't going to play him. We'll see. Jota might be a better sub for Núñez.
We've still got two, so I might do both.
Yeah. Right then, 73 minutes gone. Still 0-0 thanks to a VAR decision. As Everton come on the attack again. Yeah, Liverpool are losing the midfield battle here. Gray running right down the middle of the pitch. Long ball towards the back post towards Gordon. Milner calf cuts it out. Only finds Iwobi round the corner. Gomez sniffs the danger and clears it. Everton have had a good 5-10 minutes. They're on the front foot. I thought it might have been a corner, just like a throw in near to the corner flag. Right then, throw-ins, throw into the Ev. Mo Salah wins it back and Liverpool spring a counter from there. Nice 1-2. It was Firmino actually, wasn't it? Long ball towards Diaz, it was read nicely, but Liverpool have won it back.
Clever switch there, yeah. Get it under.
Sorry, here's Luis Diaz with room to run into. He's got Robbo to his left. Oh, it's a shocking pass by Diaz, straight to Garnick. It was a horrendous pass. It was 5 yards away from its target and Everton can look to counter now. But they played an equally poor pass and Liverpool got it with Gomez. That was shocking by Diaz.
It wasn't that good, was it? How he does that, he's got that's the thing, he had all the time in the world to pick it.
It was too easy. He was too busy thinking about his run rather than his pass. Anyway, Liverpool got the ball back anyway, so all's well that ends well with Robbo, but Liverpool had a good counter attack on there and it was a poor ball by Diaz. Roberto Firmino's drifted out to the left, he wants the ball.
Got the movement.
Yeah, it's a bit static from the Reds at the minute. Roberto Firmino's going to try and change that with a bit of dribbling, but drifts inside, dinked it, horrendous, straight to Pickford. Yeah. There was just nothing there, that was it. Yeah, that was
Robbo stood watching him, he needs to go around him.
You are right, the subs to be made, it's Matip.
And Jota.
Exactly what we thought. That's Gomez is going to go to right back.
Yeah.
Milner's going to go into midfield.
And Jota's going to come on for Nunes.
I think unless there's an injury. Come on, you Reds, score the winning goal. Another super chat from our mate Hyro Inzam. I'm going to get you on it. I don't know how you're going to tell me, but I'm going to guess it's with that one.
Break it down into syllables for us and we'll get it right.
Here come Everton on the attack again. Free kick given. It's going to be a yellow card for Virgil, is that? Yeah. Onana's waving, he's not happy. Let's have a little look. Ooh, that's nasty on the shin from Virgil.
Yeah.
Is that a VAR check?
It's poorly timed. No, it's not. It's poorly. I hope it isn't because it's poorly timed.
It's shin to upper ankle. Yikes.
It will get checked, but I don't know whether it'll... Virgil's obviously worried.
He's checking on the man, isn't he? Let me have a little look, guys, in the Discord, in the live chat. What do you think about that? A few people are saying red in both chats. Dangerous, that says stay. Yeah, it was, you're right. Wasn't a great challenge by Van Dijk. I wonder, Onana is injured, and I wonder if he's just giving VAR more time to look at this one. Okay, bro says yellow. Tokyo Dom reckons it's a red. Bongdale says yellow. Systems Master says red. Vars Flowers just says get up your knob.
Yeah, I'll go with the last one.
Yeah. It isn't a great challenge from Van Dijk, that. It's shinning down. It's a yellow and a half.
It's kind of a Pogba challenge from a few years back. Do you remember? He did a couple like that, didn't he? But it hasn't come up since it's been checked, so that's good news so far.
You'd like to think it has been checked and you decided not, but it wasn't a good tackle, that.
No, it wasn't.
It was borderline. An inch higher or two, it's a red.
Oh, straight red, yeah.
It was lazy from Van Dijk, to be honest.
And it's a planted foot as well. It's dangerous tackle, isn't it?
It's lazy from Virgil, to be honest. That's like a yellow and a half, I don't know. But anyway, hasn't been given. And Everton have got a free kick that they're going to send into the Liverpool box, you would think. Tamari Gray standing over it. They haven't got many men forward at the moment, Everton. So they might play this one short and look to exploit that high line. Or he's just going to go back post with it, we'll soon see. Right then, he has gone long into the box, headed clear by Liverpool. Second ball is won by Everton now, so it's going to come back again from Tarkowski, aiming for the back post. Milner was fouled, surely, referee. Van Dijk's cleared it for a corner, he was all over.
And he shouted the line.
And asking for an offside on Tarkowski as well. Tarkowski was all over Milner, he nods it back. Van Dijk was forced to clear, but no offside and no foul. I thought he was climbing all over Milner's back.
I thought he was, yeah. I'm surprised he's not called there. And we won't make the change while we're defending the corner, although we probably need to.
78.5 minutes gone at Goodison Park, then Everton's corner kick. They've had a couple of these in a row. Corner comes in. First contact is by Fabinho. It's a good header. It's gone miles out. Header. Can Liverpool win the second ball? Cody recycles. Surely he must be offside. It's gone out to the corner kicker.
Yeah.
Corner kicker. And yeah, he's well off. That's rubbish from Conor Cody. It's impossible for Damari not to be offside in that situation. Liverpool
totally the wrong pass, isn't it?
It's just obvious football. Your football knowledge says he must be offside. Yeah. It is Matip for Elliott. With Joe Gomez going to right back, and with the return of Diogo Jota up front. Scored at Goodison Park last season, coming on for Darwin Núñez. Here's his song. Nice to see him back. First Liverpool appearance of the season for the Slotter. Let's hope he can slot a goal for us, eh? He scored here last season. The fourth goal, that one was. This one isn't going to be the fourth goal unless something mental happened, but he could do getting the first for us. Let's see how sharp he is. He's got 10 minutes to make an impact on this game. Oh, how come the TV freeze? We've got a real telly on anyway, back. Not even watching this thing, watching on the telly. Yeah, it is Gomez over to right back. Everton are about to bring on Dwight McNeil. But Liverpool have taken the throw in first, so we'll crack on for a bit with Matip and Van Dijk at the back now. Virgil, big switcheroo, isn't a good one. Everton's easily cleared and Luis Diaz has got some chasing to do. He's lost out as well, but has he won it back? I don't know because our telly keeps freezing. Is that the BT pictures or is that us?
BT, must be, or internet.
Well, it can't be the internet, it's telly. Anyway, we're back live. Liverpool won the ball back. all's well that ends well. They're going to have a shot in him and he's going to freeze just as someone freaking shoots. James Milner now in a midfield role. Everton are just not pressing at all. They are quite happy to sit deep here. Gomez tries to find Jota for his first involvement. I think he's fouled. Connor Cody, is it? No, it's Mikalenko. And yeah, foul given against Jota. Rachel Todd with a very good members chat. It's very, very simple. Come on, Liverpool, get a goal. Great advice. I agree with you, Rachel. I'm with you. Could do with it. Onana's gone down again. He has not come for after that challenge. It is BT. Everyone's froze too. They're all the chat are letting me. Cheers, Tony. Cheers, Steve. The blue fume. If this is, we're going to see stills that Van Dijk picture everywhere, aren't we? Of everyone.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if they hold off on their sub then for a minute.
Is that Alan getting fit? Someone is it getting?
If they were about to bring Dwight McNeil on, they might just wait to see how Onana is.
They'll switch him out for Alan, sure.
Potentially, if he's on half a leg, right then. 8.5 minutes gone at Goodison Park. It's still 0-0. Everton, Liverpool. Jordan Pickford goes long towards where Joe Gomez is now defending over on the left-hand side, but it's offside. That's poor from Everton. How can he be offside off a static free kick? Dwight McNeil is coming on.
Who's that for him, will be?
Anthony
Gordon's gone.
Anthony Gordon goes off to replaced by Dwight McNeil.
To be fair, we've played him quite well today.
Yeah,
he's been a bit of an outball for them, hasn't he?
Yeah. Liverpool just give it straight away. Joe Gomez
goes a couple of times today. That's not in your locker, Joe. Don't do that.
I shite that. Yeah, Jürgen is not happy with that one. Yeah, goes to the big switch and just completely shanks it. It's Everton throw over on their right, Liverpool's left. Right then, throw in for Everton, about 10 yards inside the Liverpool half. They've gone short to give Dwight McNeil his first touch. Everton have tried to recycle it. Milner's cut that out. Can Jota win his challenge? He can't. Idrissa Gueye wins it. Ricochets off Fab, and it's a throw in to Everton that Garner wants to take quickly, but he's not going to. He's going to pass it to Patterson instead, and he's going to be on throw-in duty, gone long down the line. Virgil read that one. Has he cleared it for a throw? No, it's stayed in so far. Everton, it's trickled over the line. And they have taken it quickly this time. It's Onana. Everton have worked that really well. They've switched it to the left. Joe Gomez with some defending to do now. Everton try and play around him. Ball into the middle. Davies, it's Mopé against Van Dijk. He's forced backwards. Everton looking to switch this one. It's McNeil's first real attacking involvement. It's just about found Patton. He's found himself in the middle of the goal. It's a ball through. Mopé's first touch isn't great. Ref says play on. Liverpool thought it was offside. Deflected shot that Alisson saves.
Good save.
Oh, it's a great save as well. Liverpool was screaming for offside. Didn't get it from Mopé. McNeil touched inside, takes a big deflection. It's a great save by Liverpool's goalkeeper. Really fingertip saves, Steve.
Similar in many ways to what we saw in the end of the first half with Pickford, where they go with the other arm for a bit of extra elevation. It's
That's a good save.
Great
the
ball
deflection
watching,
nearly
great
did him.
Save. Yeah, great save.
Corner from Everton, in swinger. Alisson punches. Can Liverpool spring a counter? They're trying to with Diaz. Oh, it's a good tackle, I think. Well, no, Liverpool have won it back. Let's go! Let's go! Long. Oh, what are you doing?
Not there.
Jota went for the switch to Salah. He didn't need to. Anyway. Oh, he had acres of room to run into. He tried to switch to Salah. He could have just took it. It was Diaz and was it Milner and Jota who won it back on the counter. There was room to run.
Yeah, there was.
Why did he go for the big switch?
He needs to carry that. 30 yards of space in front of him.
Salah had one man on him and he just plays it. Oh, it was a poor decision by Diogo Jota. Did not need to do that. Aye. We go back again. Gomez down the right hand side. We haven't seen much of Mo Salah in this game. He's got it now. Can he make an impact from here? Cuts inside. Mohamed Salah. Ball into the box. It isn't played well. Everton half clear. It's bouncing around. Can Liverpool try and win it back on the counter press? No. Diaz is fouled. Garner Gueye, who's made an impact for them. He's won a lot of ball back. That Jota switch of play was baffling to me.
I don't understand it.
Liverpool trying to break away from a corner. As we go back to the replay of the Alisson save, who's it bounce off? I think it's
Milner.
Virgil and Milner.
Milner in the end.
That's a lovely top fingertip save by Liverpool's goalkeeper.
That's 100% going in. That's a great save.
And then he wins the punch off the next corner as well.
I can't believe that Jota thing. What was he thinking?
Salah, you draw the defender over and then play the switch, not just play it that early. Matip wins his first header of the game, nods it down. Gomez should clear. He does. Can Liverpool win a second ball? Diaz against Iwobi. Liverpool have won the second ball, but he's give
Everton a free
kick. Was a foul or I'm They've played it quickly. And Everton are looking to attack themselves down the right-hand side then. Both teams looking for a winner. Nobody's playing for the draw so far here at Goodison. Liverpool left it late on Wednesday. If they're going to win this one, they're going to have to leave it late again as the ball just rolls under Michalenko's foot. Perhaps a bit of tiredness. Throw in for the Reds. About 5 yards inside the Everton half. Where's David Origi when you need him?
Yeah.
Liverpool do have one sub left, but I just can't see what he would do. Unless he brings Arthur on, but again, I'm not sure about that. Anyway, as Fabinho edge 30 yards out, cuts inside, keep going. Plays it to Salah. Salah outside the foot to Firmino, shot! Saved by Pickford. Oh, good save again.
Straight at him again now. He got a bit of a reach.
Just wasn't quite in the corner. It's a good ball from Mo Salah. Little outside the boot flick. Firmino swings a leg. It's a strong wrist though from Pickford.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Anyway, Liverpool trying to attack again. This time it's Matip out to Gomez. Salah being a bit more involved in the last few minutes. Goes round Michalenko. Defenders back in front of him. Salah looking for a corner. Is he going to get it? No, he's said a judge to have fouled him. Salah saying I didn't touch him. And it's fair to say it's been a tale of two goalkeepers.
Yeah, it has.
It's a lovely ball by Salah. We're looking back at the replay today. Firmino gets decent contact on it.
Yeah, just not far enough wide. It probably could have been better going to Fabinho's right. I don't know, Firmino's right maybe. It's a good save. It's a good strong arm, like you said before.
Definitely a tale of two goalkeepers here. Liverpool have had 6 attempts on target now. Everton just 2. Pickford's been made to work, but again, a lot of them have been central. The better one was probably the Nunes save onto the bar. Perhaps that was the most difficult of them. Jordan Pickford's kick goes straight out of play to throw in for Liverpool. That they take relatively quickly to Joel Matip. Out to Van Dijk. Liverpool need a bit of a G up. Let's give them a song. Let's get those likes up. See if we can give the Reds a boost. Everyone watching along. A virtual boost. Throw some good energy out into the atmosphere. Gomez goes down the line. Poor ball really. Can Liverpool win seconds? Fab's even worse. What's that?
What's that?
Just kicked it straight up into the sky. Liverpool got Matip to calm things down, thankfully. Gomez has done well to find a bit of space.
And to find Van Dijk. He finds Robertson in turn. Back to Van Dijk.
Virgil, nice through balls to free Robertson. Robbo with half across into the box. Can Liverpool get first touch? You know, Everton can. Liverpool should keep that in. It's Jota. Jota tackled. Goal kick!
What?
Jota can't believe that. I can't either. It was Patterson up against Jota. We'll have to have a look at it. It was running along the byline. Let's see. I've got no idea.
Hard to call
it's kind of jammed against both of them. I've got no idea. He's played it safe, hasn't he? The referee there.
Yeah.
Can't make the decision, so he's decided to go goal kick. Right then, what a last minute of the 90. Everton 0, Liverpool 0. Pickford's clearance isn't a great one, but Joe Gomez can't keep that one in. Everton have got a throw in and they're taking their time. Now, we wonder how many. There hasn't been that much time waiting, to be fair, either side takes, so I can't imagine it's going to be tons of, other than the Onana injury maybe. See what the board says shortly as Everton try and come on a late attack. Liverpool got some defending to do with Dwight McNeil with Andy Robbo. He calls Luis Diaz over to help double up. So McNeil, poor ball by him, straight to Van Dijk, and Robbo's got it at his feet. Can Liverpool spring a counter from here? They're going to try. Nice block off by Jota. I didn't see what that was. Anyway, Liverpool on the attack. It's Luis Diaz into the box. Luis Diaz, cross is blocked. Salah's going to try and reclaim it. 6 minutes, I was wrong. There's going to be plenty of injury time. Oh, Milner completely misses his lines, and Everton have got a counter of their own, and Liverpool have got some work to do. As Dwight McNeil sprints forward, Milner tries to end the attack, he can't. McNeil pass one up against Matip, who slows him down. Oh, nervy times for the Reds. It's Gray, he's going to shoot his shot, he's going to shoot straight at Alisson. Liverpool couldn't even foul him there, they were trying their best to do so. We're going to get one more big chance, I feel, as it says Rob with the £2 super chat. That was Milner on the edge of the box there. Right, we go again. Jota, left-hand side, trying to go round. Tarkowski can't. Good defending.
Yeah, it is.
And he just webs it clear. That should be a throw into Liverpool. No, it stayed in. Liverpool Van Dijk's got some chasing to do. Going to give it back to Ali, and we go again. 6 minutes. I wasn't expecting that.
How many subs have we had? It's 30 seconds a sub, isn't it?
I suppose.
We've done 4.
They had the goalie, I suppose, as well. The injury, rather. Long ball forward by Liverpool, looking early for Diaz. He should keep that in. He does. Right, Luis Diaz on the touchline, up against Patterson, cuts back inside. Luis Diaz, edge of the box, looking for a distance to shoot, can't, so he's forced to lay it off. He's gone to Fab, he's gone wide to Robbo. Cross is going to come in. Can Liverpool get first? Header, cross goal by Jota, more than that goal. And Everton clear again.
Good in the air, Diogo, as well.
He just nods it across more than that goal. Liverpool worked it well. So the Reds have got to throw in that Virgil comes across to take no messing around from the Reds. Everton are camped now on the edge of their own box. What's happening? He was booking Fabinho.
He cleaned the guy out.
He was he cleaned Gay out, didn't he?
Yeah.
And we're allowed to play on now. Everton have gone deep, banks of 4. All 10 players, outfield players behind the ball as Liverpool try and work it round them late. On at Goodison Park, it's Luis Diaz, left touchline. Plays it inside, it's a poor ball, straight to Neil Maupay. He's got nowhere to go. Don't foul him, he's got nowhere to go. Just win it back off him. He's going to try and win a throw, and he's done really well for Everton.
Yeah, he has, to be fair.
There was nothing on for him. And as it stands, it's 0-0 in the derby, late on. Thoughts, how you feeling?
I expected us to win this, same as you. Come into it being positive with the team. Everton have worked hard. I think there's still a big chance left in this game for someone.
Let's hope it does. We have played nearly 3 minutes of the 6 minute injury time as Everton throw it long down the touchline. Liverpool win the first header, can they win the second ball? Fab knocks it back, Alisson comes and just so easy clear. Can Liverpool win the header? Yes. Jota's done nicely. Tarkowski's won the second ball well. Milner's done well to win it back. Liverpool play on. Gay's gone down, Liverpool on arse. It's a poor ball by Firmino. Play on, let's go. It's Mo Salah, edge of the box, goes for a shot, blocked. And easily cleared. I'm not sure what Liverpool's plan was there. They all looked like they were trying to do different things. Van Dijk wins his header. Fabinho first to a loose ball, nice. That was strange that it looked like that they didn't really know what they were doing. Liverpool.
No. Bit of composure there would have been nice.
Matip's gone long, can Robbo to keep that in? Come on Robbo, get there. Oh, he does, nice. Andy Robertson corner flag, cross comes in, easily cleared. There was no one there really.
No.
Diaz was trying to make the time up, he couldn't. Fabinho was going to be asked to recycle it. He's forced backwards though. Here goes Matip, go for a run, Joel.
Go on an adventure.
Matip ball through,
What's
poor ball. He was asking Diogo Jota to make a run and didn't. And it goes through to Jordan Pickford, who's happy to take his time with that one. And we see that Everton are more liking the point than the Reds are, as BT named Jordan Pickford as their player of the match.
It's difficult to argue with that.
Our goalie saves are probably tougher.
But he's done more.
But he's done more of them. That's quantity over quality, I suppose. Anyway, Pickford's clearance goes long. Liverpool throw in. Right, heading towards a minute and a half of stoppage time left at Goodison Park then. Liverpool heading for yet another draw. Unless they can do something in these. Really dramatic, another late dramatic derby winner. As the ball goes down to Alisson Becker. He can pick that up. Big bomb throw out to Robbo, nice throw as well, sends Robbo on the run. McNeil chases him, can't get near him. Robbo advances forward, edge of the box to Diaz. Diaz looking for Salah, Salah shoots! Hits the post, I think! Rebounds!
Oh, Jesus!
Wide! Did Pickford save that? He's celebrating like he did.
I
Mo Salah's angry at something. What's he angry at? It's a great save by Pickford. It's a wonderful save by Jordan Pickford. It's a great fingertip save, isn't it? The rebound just doesn't bounce our way. Then what's Salah moaning about? He deserves his man of the match for that.
Yeah.
And it's a goal kick, I think. What's going on?
Goal kick. What's up with now?
I'm not sure what we're checking here.
Possible handball, maybe.
I'm not quite sure what's going on. Everton are taking the time over the goal kick. Were they checking VAR for something? I don't know. But
I think Mo thought it touched the defender's hand on the way through to
Doesn't
Pickford.
look like it did. And Jordan Pickford, that was the chance. He got booked for something. Time waster, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, Mo Salah, 40'd won it at the death.
Yeah.
An inspired performance by Jordan Pickford. Looks like it's going to have denied Liverpool. He's kicked it straight out of play.
How many times has he done that?
Good save, that. It's a great save. Right at the death. I wonder if we're going to get time added on for the time wasting. We'll find out. We're past the 6 minutes as Liverpool throw it back to Alisson. Maybe one last attack. Virgil with the ball, bombing forward. Robertson going to play it down. He plays it inside to Diaz. Diaz with his back to goal, turns out wide to Gomez. Gomez to Salah. We're allowed to play on one final attack, maybe. Mo Salah into Firmino, back heel to Salah. Can Salah get there? He can. It's bobbling around. He goes down. Ref says no foul.
And that's
the final whistle goes at Anfield. Jordan Pickford punches the air because his late save down to his left-hand side to deny Mo Salah saves the point for Everton, denies Liverpool 3 points and for another game this season. We're left frustrated. Chances. Couldn't quite convert any of them. Like I say, the best of them maybe comes very late. And Pickford just about saves it.
Too many spells in the game where we didn't create enough. Too many spells in the game where, after picking, as you said at half-time, after picking those two young lads in the centre of the park, just didn't play through the middle. Everton, weren't they? They were hard working. They were, resilient. They had two lines of four. They had a goalkeeper in great form. It is still it's a frustrating draw if you're a Liverpool fan. If you're an Everton fan, they've worked hard for that. We didn't bring the quality that we know we've got to the game, did we?
And in the end, what I would say is that the two best players on the pitch, though, were probably the goalies.
Yeah, it's a fair shout. Both of them have a massive impact on what happens in the game. I think you made the point before when they gave the man of the match to Pickford, probably the number of saves he's made, and then 10 seconds after you said that, he produces another worldie to push the ball onto the post. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating feeling for us all again, isn't it?
Yeah, I think a draw in the end is probably a fair result. Liverpool just aren't quite at it this season for whatever reason. It just isn't quite clicking. I'll bring the stats up there, by the way, just to let you guys all know. If you're streaming after this show on YouTube Live, Steve will be here with your reactions. So head on over to Twitter. Dan will be posting a tweet out very shortly asking for your match reactions. Get involved in there if you're a YouTube member or a Discord Redmen Plus subscriber. You can get involved too. I will be at the board doing the player ratings, and then we'll have the instant match reaction streaming on Redmen Plus a little bit later. As I say that, we're going to bring the stats up here. Liverpool 23 shots, 8 on target. We've been critical of Liverpool not getting shots on target. He did that today, Steve. He did. It's hard to say they didn't create two, because he did have opportunities. Like 8 shots that Jordan Pickford had to make saves for. Some of them, a couple of straight at him, a couple of good saves. Like Liverpool did create. They weren't brilliant, and it is frustrating. But did we just come up with against the goalie, or just in form, or is it a bit of both? Like Liverpool could have done a bit better, but ultimately the man of the match was their goalkeeper. It's
a bit of both. But the man of the match is the right man of the match in terms of a selection, because he's absolutely kept them in it today. I think we've hit the woodwork 3 times because he pushed that last shot onto the post and it came back to him, didn't it? So, he's had a good game in terms of he's done his job, hasn't he? It is a bit frustrating. I think we felt when we saw the lineup that we would be a bit more fluid and a bit more effective through the middles. But they stopped us doing that. They had a game plan to be 2 banks of, and you try and break them down, and we have 8 chances. You create 8 chances, you would hope you would get 1. That guy stopped us from doing it. So again, we'll go into tomorrow, tonight, the next week, all a little bit frustrated because we're stuttering when we don't need to be stuttering, aren't we?
Yeah, like I say, we hit the woodwork a couple of times. Everton at the woodwork. There was chances at both ends, really. What I would say is that after the text from our mate Sam Walker, and he went, that could be our title challenge over already. And it at this point in time, it just feels like the magic of Liverpool, it isn't quite there. Like, these are the games, like in seasons gone by, that Salah chance goes in. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like when there's magic in the air for everything.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't quite there. Jordan Pickford makes a very good save. But, yeah, like I say, I don't think we were brilliant. I don't think we were poor. We were probably better than we were against Newcastle, for example. Yeah. And yet we won. But it's just, again, fine margins and just not quite being at it. And like I say, Everton will be thinking, they hit the post. They had their new centre forward one-on-one with our goalie. They have an offside goal that's offside by... what, half a foot?
Yeah.
Like, they're probably sitting there thinking, yeah, we could have won that as well. I think both sides will be thinking, draw might be a fair result, but we could have nicked it. And that's the thing, is that Liverpool used sometimes to go into Everton and just wipe the floor with them, and it wasn't the case today at all.
We've been used to the front three years gone by converting those chances. We've got two lads in there relatively new to the side, particularly Nunes. Very unlucky with the Pickford save. It is disappointing. I mean, we're what, fifth? Having played a game more than everybody else. What are we now? 4 points behind City, 6 points behind Arsenal. The only saving grace now could be that there's a World Cup coming up, which is going to have impact on everybody. City have got 14 first team squad going to the World Cup. I'm clutching at straws a little bit because there is a distance between us already. But we've got to be better than we are. We've got to be. We said off air before we came on, you get 3 points against Bournemouth, you follow it up with a 3 points against Newcastle ridiculously late in the day. Those 6 points need to become 9 points and 12 points and 15 points, because that's the bar that's being set. Everyone's waiting for Arsenal to trip. They've won 5 games in a row. Good sides win 5 games in a row.
Yeah, like I say, you're absolutely right. I then have a little look over on the YouTube. Tyrone with the £2 Superchat. There's no sugarcoating it. We are terrible. I'm not sure terrible. I don't think Liverpool were terrible today. Like I say, on another day, we don't. Those chances aren't all saved. Something doesn't go. Doesn't quite. I don't think Liverpool were brilliant. But when you, like I say, 8 chances created, 8 decent ones as well. You know what I mean? Like, the only one, Nunes' one is the one what he makes for himself. The rest are good Liverpool moves per se. We hit the post with Diaz. Like, it just feels like, I don't know. Everton fans like to call us the Devil's Club. It feels at the moment like we're not. Like, just those little bits just aren't going for you, and we're not quite at it. And there's a difference. We're not quite at our level, or maybe this is our level, I don't know. And added to it, just isn't quite working for us in front of goal. But I thought, people talk about lack of creativity. I didn't see that, to be honest. I think there was creativity. Was the finishing brilliant? Maybe not. But I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, my overriding point of view is there's that the fair play to their goalie, and we were just like 80, not 100%. And when those two things combine, you say you draw 0-0.
I mean, going back to the Super Chat, I think terrible's a stretch, really is. But you need to be at it every single game in this league. And when you're not, it kind of magnifies where you find yourself. So there's a frustration today because everyone's looking at the top end of the table thinking we've got to push on for that. Pickford was inspired today. There's a thing amongst Liverpool fans that opposition goalkeepers turn into prime Yashin in games against Liverpool. He's a good shot stopper. I don't think anyone can doubt that. And on another day, the one that doesn't quite come back to Jota, comes back to Jota and he puts the rebound away and we win the game. It's hard. It's hard at the moment because we have an expectation to win games of football and it's not quite happening.
What did you make of the subs? Because it felt like Jürgen tried. I thought the Carvalho goes off and Firmino goes as an attacking sub. We'll talk more about it into the match reaction and things, but my instant feeling is that Milner going to right back worked against Newcastle, and I don't think it quite worked today. It was my overall sense of that they had a bit more joy against him when he wasn't quite the collective influence. Now, Trent was having a great game by all means. Managers live and die by decisions. Robbo was a good sub. I thought Robbo had a decent game when he came on. It just felt like that sub maybe in hindsight. But Harvey in midfield struggled when he went to that 2. Again, it was injury 4, so I get what his point was. But yeah, it felt like it just didn't quite work off the bench for us in times gone by it can. But this one, maybe Jota, you have to do that. You've got to give him a chance to try and make a goal. But yeah, I just felt like when Milner went to right back, it felt like the balloon popped a little bit, if that makes sense. I don't know if you're...
No, I agree. We probably could have made an additional sub at the same time and done the Matip and Gomez switch right then. That might have changed the dynamics of the game. Might have given Everton a little bit of impetus, a little bit of motivation to go forward, because Milner's not a right back. We know this. He does a good job there, but he's not a specialist right back. That's not his position. He never, he does it for us. You could never call him a full back. And if we put Matip in there and switch Gomez, we might have stopped that 5-minute spell where they got their tails up a little bit, and the offside goal comes from that situation as well, doesn't it? So it's a tough one. It's like you say, you live and you die by your substitutions. We now know Harvey in a 2 in the midfield can't work. Doesn't work.
Not in a derby.
No, doesn't work.
No, I don't think it was right. But ultimately, we've got Tyrone says £5 super. Thanks again, same Tyrone from earlier says. Terrible for our own standards. We haven't played a game this season where we've played to our level. I mean, Bournemouth aside, obviously. Too many people have started the season poorly. And then we've got Itch Crossbow. This looks very worrying for the league now. I'm with you on the second point. This Liverpool team playing like this is not going to win a league title because City are that good. You have to be faultless. And we just look like a decent Premier League side at the moment. We don't look like a league champion winning side. By all means, they could do, as players start to return and stuff. The issue we've got here, mate, is that Tyrone's right. We are below our standards, and when your standards aren't there, you need to just win until you get back to them. Liverpool have played rubbish before. They went great on Wednesday, but they found a way to win. This time they haven't, and that's the difference, isn't it? Really, you come out of it, and if that Salah one goes in, you go, bloody hell, we've done it again. Can we kick out the season? We went the finest of fine fingertips, and you're going, that's where we're at, isn't it? It just feels like we're not at it, and we could. Yeah. You just need to keep on the coattails of City and maybe Arsenal. I still got a feeling Arsenal will fade and City are the challengers, the title champions elect almost until someone proves otherwise. But when they are flying, you've got to just keep on their coattails. You need them to go in. You need that bounce of a ball. You need a bit of luck. And we just didn't get any of those really. Yeah.
But there comes a point when you've got to stop hoping for things in the 93rd and the 98th minute and get it right within the 90 minutes and get back to what we know. There have been some personnel changes. Our midfield's all over the shop at the minute in terms of bodies and who is in there and what they're doing, and that was evidenced today when we switched to a double pivot that included Harvey Elliott. Absolutely not a guy who wanted a double pivot. No disrespect to him, he's better further forward linking play. At some point it's got to click. At some point it should have already clicked. We shouldn't be 6 games into the season sitting there having a conversation like this and we're already talking about coattails. It's hard at the moment. It's not terrible. I don't agree with that.
I think we've been terrible at times. Today wasn't. I don't think they were terrible today. But then on the flip side is, I'll speak to the Everton lads will be doing their shows at some point and they'll be saying, if that Davies one goes in, or if Cody Times has run half a yard better, or if Neil Maupay is one-on-one with the goalie and does something different, we could have lost. They're the fine margins of derbies. I actually think it was a proper derby game. I think Liverpool shaded it in terms of the chances, and again, the stats kind of show you that. Yeah. But overall, I don't think either one. I don't think we can argue that we drew that game. Really, their goalie's allowed to make good saves. You know what I mean, like that. Yeah. The key is, can you get it where he can't? Can Diaz find that extra inch to whip that one into the corner? Yeah. Can Jota react to the rebound better? Just they're things that Liverpool can control. You can't control their goalie having a worldie, but there are little bits that you can control.
And this is what Everton are doing at the moment. They're even at home. They're playing to stifle the opposition to make themselves difficult to beat. That is a famous football adage. The first thing you do when you take over a football team is you make yourself difficult to beat. That was their problem last season. They weren't difficult to beat. They're now difficult to beat, but they're not winning games. Yeah. And the longer that goes on, the more, it takes a team around them now to win a game, and suddenly they're in the bottom 3.
But they're feeling boss about this. Yeah, but they used to always wiping the floor with them.
Because that's improved in terms of they're not being beaten by teams that were wiping the floor with them. But 5 or 6 more games into their season, 4 draws and a defeat, the natives will get restless because you need 3 points.
You can get away with it in the derby.
As much as we need 3 points on the board to hang on to Manchester City and Arsenal at this moment, and I agree with you, European football will change Arsenal's landscape completely 3 games a week. Can their squad do that? I'm not convinced. But as much as we need 3 points to hang on to coattails, they need 3 points to put some space between them and the bottom of the table. And it hasn't happened for either today, so it's a bit bittersweet for them in that regard.
It's a good, they'll take the point, but they'll know that there's room. What they'll say is, play like that against 15 other teams and you'll probably win. And like I say, just to round up, then we've got a couple of more super chats. So says title and trophy talk needs to stop. This already looks like a what can we salvage type of season with the mentality monsters but the transfer window minnows. And then Matty Gorman, we need to be looking at a long-term solution at right back. Trent is being found out every time Trent, I thought Trent was okay. I don't think he was defensively bad. Did you?
Covered one really, really well.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure about
that. There is maybe something missing from his game at the moment. Yeah. He's not as incisive with his passing at the moment. I don't know how bringing him off has affected him. He didn't look very happy again today and he got taken off. Maybe this is a part of a footballer's development. You know, the best players in the world forever in history have been substituted. Nobody has a divine right to play every game for 90 minutes. You have to understand what we're trying to do. There is a conversation to sit down with him and say, a year ago you were fitting balls into Salah's feet and he was using the energy off your ball to beat people. At the moment, they're coming in chest high, which is no good for a player like Mo Salah. And I don't think he's been found out. We've talked about Liverpool for a year now, where every team plays in our right back space. Jurgen Klopp knows it. Trent Alexander-Arnold doesn't sit in the changing in the manager's office at the start of the season and be told your targets are about your defensive play. Your targets are about being creative, challenging Kevin De Bruyne for assists. Right now, he's not doing that either. So that's why there's an additional frustration, because at times he looks a little bit lazy with his passing.
Yeah, you're right. Again, it's just everyone. There are a few players who are just not quite at it. And I agree with the last comment. As it stands, Liverpool aren't nowhere near title talk. You've got 9 points from 18. Again, it's from 18 points available, obviously. So half the points. Extrapolate that across a season, and you're getting like 57 points. You're not going to win. I mean, you're battling. You're not even in the top 4. You're you're 10th or something. I mean, like, so the title talk at the moment, Liverpool need to go on a massive run. There's only so many games you can drop points in, and already now, what are we? We've dropped points in 4 games already. They're just not there. They're going to have to go on a mental run, and even then, hope City. You're going to have to beat City twice probably to even consider it. And at the moment in time, I'm with you. They just don't feel like they're right up to that level. Just to let you guys all know then, keep an eye out on the social channels. Go and get yourselves involved. Steve will be back in this chair very, very shortly with the fan reaction show. Get your tweets in. If you're a YouTube member, you can use the live chat. If you're a Redmen Plus Club legend, you can use the Discord to get your thoughts in. I will then be over at the board for the player rating show, which I'm sure will be interesting. And then later streaming on Redmen Plus Live, we'll have the instant match reaction. We've also got Paul and Chris at the stadium, so keep an eye out on YouTube and on Redmen Plus for content from there. But yes, Steve, thanks very much for your first watch along. Unfortunately, didn't quite go the result that we wanted. Before the show, producer Joe done the thumbnail and he put Jordan Pickford and Alisson and Becker on it, and it turns out it was an inspired decision from Joe because they were the 2 talking points of the game. A little bit reminiscent of the Champions League final. An opposition goalie denies Liverpool. Our goalie is forced to make a couple of saves. Only on this time the opposition didn't get a goal, hence why it was Everton 0, Liverpool 0. Thanks for joining us throughout the entire show. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you all alongside us, and yeah, we go again on Wednesday night for Napoli, but Liverpool could do with winning some games soon. See you in a bit.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want to continue the conversation, then head over to Redmen Plus. Join as a club legend and get access to our Discord chat. It's got us in and it's got loads of amazing like-minded Reds. There's a no knob policy in there, so where you won't have that on social media, you will have it over on the Redmen Plus Discord. It's full of sound people. Come and join us.